It is your humble YouTube live stream host, Timothy J. Ward, back with another live stream. And we're going to talk this evening. We're going to talk. One of those moods, one of those talking moods. We're going to talk. We're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be Q&A. There's going to be comments. There's going to be banter back and forth, witty repartee back and forth, if you will. Because it's Friday night. Let me make sure. The other day I said it was Friday and it wasn't. Yes, Friday, March 18th. We got the date right today, ladies and gentlemen. So we're already on a roll. We're already doing well. How is everyone doing this evening? See a lot of people saying hello in the comments. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see y'all. Hope y'all had a good Friday. Hopefully you had a good week. The work week for a lot of people is coming to an end right about now, so that's cool. For a lot of people, the work week is not ending because they're working Saturday as well. But, a lot of people, the work week is ending. That's good. Always good when people get off work. They get to spend, hopefully, a couple days with friends and families doing what they love with people they love. Let's take a pledge this weekend to really let go of work, do some things we love with people we love, and not feel ashamed about it. Not feel ashamed about it. How's everybody doing? A lot of people saying hello. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see y'all. Big blessing that, I turn this camera on my phone here, tap in to the live stream sphere, and the love just starts coming through. Big blessing, big blessing, big blessing. So as you probably saw from the title, in the beginning here, for the first few minutes, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite topics to talk about, and that is that life is a game. You do realize that this is all a game, right? And I think this is a good time to talk about this because a lot of things going on in the world. And I think a lot of people are taking life very serious right now. Be Cool TV. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad. That's love. Thank you, thank you. Be Cool TV. I appreciate that. Super Chat Squad. Appreciate the support. Appreciate Omar telling people to hit the thumbs up button. That definitely helps. Definitely helps with the algorithms. So thank you for that as well. I think we're going through some things in the world right now that are making, I think people have always taken life very seriously. I think people have always taken life very seriously, but times like these, people take it even more serious. And I'm on a mission. I am on a mission to let everybody know that it's all a game. It's all a game. It's not serious. And I know sometimes people that hits people a certain way when they look at like pain and suffering in the world, and they're like, yeah, but if the life has to be serious because look at all this stuff that's happening. Things could be painful, and things could rob you of your joy, and they could hurt. There could be suffering, but that doesn't make it serious. That doesn't make it serious. That doesn't mean it's not a game. People get hurt playing games all the time. It's still a game. You playing basketball, you fall down, you sprain your elbow. It's still a basketball game. We don't, and the reason I'm so big on telling people you don't have to take life so serious because it makes it easier to get through it when you realize, like, it's a game. You're just here to play it. You're just here to experience it. Sometimes the experiences are good, sometimes the experiences are bad. And I know personally this helps me when I'm thinking about the future. One of the reasons I don't worry as much as a lot of other people worry about the future is because I know it's a game. Whatever is going to happen in the future, whether it's things I like, whether it's things I don't like, whether it's things I perceive as good or it's things I perceive as bad, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does not matter. It's still a game. It's still just an experience. I really don't have to get worked up about it. If it's things that I perceive as bad that I don't like, I just have to endure them. I just have to get through them. Like nothing changes. Nothing changes whether your life is great or not. It's still the same game. You just have to get through it. So why spend all your time worrying and just taking life so serious? Because when people take life serious, then they suddenly feel like it has to turn out a certain way. When you take life super serious, you feel like there's certain things that have to happen in order for you to be like doing life right. People who take life very serious are down a lot of times, even when their life is going good, because life isn't doing what they think it should be doing. It's not turning out the way they think it should be turning out. There's things going on in life or in the world that they don't want to be happening, so they're down because they're so serious. People who don't take life serious, like myself, I don't get all that worked up because I know life is going to do what it's going to do. On this planet, in this universe, that's the way life is set up. Things happen. And I know what happens doesn't change why I'm here or the fact that one day I'm going to be gone. Excuse me. Some of y'all recommended this the other day, so I got one. I'm still on the fence. I got some of this organic caffeine. We'll see what happens. If I stroke out live on the live stream, blame the yerba. Blame the yerba. Somebody asked, so the question is, what's the correct way to live life? Or what was it? I want to get it right. What is the right way to live life? I think that's a very personal decision we all have to make. And I honestly don't think there's a right way to live life. I think you just decide how you want to play the game. And I think that takes a lot of stress off of us when we realize there is no certain way I have to live, or there is no certain way to do life right. You come here, you figure out how you want to play the game, and that's the way you play it. That's the way you play it. And also, one of the byproducts of living your life like that is you stop judging other people for the way they live their life. This is one that I'm working on with myself because, we're all taught to judge. We're all programmed and we're all taught to believe we're this type of people and this is what we do and this is the right way to live. It's always us versus them. This is the correct way to live. These people aren't doing it correctly. Something wrong with them. We need to convert them over to our way, or we're just not going to mess with them. Once you start to realize everybody's just getting through this game called life, playing it the way they want to play it, then you really can't judge people. Somebody's doing something, I don't agree with it. I realize that's just the way, for whatever reason, they're playing this game. I can't prove they're wrong. I might not do it. It might not be right for me, but I don't have to get all worked up about it because our eventuality is the same. I'm going to spend my 90 years on this planet getting worked up and getting angry and mad because other people don't play the game the way I play it. When we're all going to hit the fourth quarter one day and the game's going to be over. We're all going to get to the ninth inning one day and the game's going to be over. And I personally don't think there's any score. I'm not one of these people that thinks, if you do certain things in life, you win and you go to the good place. And if you do other stuff, you lose, you go to the bad place. That might be true. That could be true. I'm not judging people who believe that. No judgment. Whatever you believe, whatever beliefs you have to get you through this life, have them. I mean, at the end of the day, no one can prove their beliefs. No one can prove their beliefs. So believe what you want to believe. I have this theory that maybe whatever you believe happens at death happens. The universe is infinite enough, it's abundant enough that it can make all of our beliefs at what happens at death happen to us individually. So why am I going to spend my time on this planet, my time, experiencing what it's like to be human, worried about how other people experience this planet and what it's like to be human? I don't care. I don't care. Now, I don't like it when what they do affects me and causes me pain and suffering. But on some level, you have to realize that's what we signed up for when we came to this planet. That comes with, letting go. I play the game the way I play it, and, I just have to let go of the rest of it. Sometimes the way other people play the game will affect me, and then I have to navigate through that environment, through that landscape. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. I watch a lot of WNBA. Here I go. Here I go. I watch a lot of WNBA. You know, players get fouled. Players get phantom fouled. The refs make bad calls. There's all kinds of things that happen in games that you just have to deal with. Game isn't always fair. Ref makes a bad call. Somebody fouls you super hard. You got to go sit down. There's all kinds of stuff that happens in this game called life. But we have to navigate through it, and none of it makes it serious. Because we all know how it ends. If life went on forever on this planet, it might be a different thing. If you were immortal and were going to be a human forever, it might be a little different. But we all know how it ends. So why spend our time just like being super wrapped up, super worried? Even when life gets like hard, I know for me, it helps to focus on the fact that like, it's not serious. Once again, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there might be things I'm going through that I really don't want to go through, but it's not serious. The reason why these things bother me is because I let them bother me. At the end of the day, things that we get worked up about is because we let ourselves get worked up about. If anyone on the planet could go through the same situation as us and not get worked up, that shows that any of us could go through a situation and not get worked up. And that's my goal, is to be so at peace that like, even though there might be things happening around me, war and famine and poverty and homelessness and all this stuff that I really wish was not happening. And I do what I can to help my fellow man, but I don't have to let it get me super worked up because it's a game. And it's good to realize that the people, us and other people who are going through horrible things and suffering, it's only temporary. It's only temporary. No one who's going to us or anyone else, no one who's going through all kinds of craziness is going to go through it forever. It's temporary. And one day we'll move on to our next existence, wherever that is, whatever that looks like. And this will be behind us. And we won't probably ever think about it again. We won't probably ever think about it again. It's a game. You just got to get through it. It's not serious. I'm telling you. And that sounds like a small point, whatever. Okay. But ponder on that one day. Meditate on that one day. When you're getting really worked up about something, just be like, what's serious about this? What makes anything like the concept of serious is in our minds. Things just are. Things just are. Nothing else on this planet takes anything serious. They just accept it. They go along with it. We are the only organism on this planet that has this ideal that things are super serious and they got to work out. And when they don't work out, it's a big brr. That's all in our heads. It means nothing. Life is going to do what it does no matter how we look at it. Whether we get super worked up or we're super at peace. It's just a game. Celebrate when you're up. Keep going when you're down. Like it doesn't mean anything. Life is to be lived. I think we spend far too much time over analyzing life. I think we spend far too much time looking for purpose as opposed to just living. If you think about it, no one ever asks what the purpose of life is when they're like having a great time. You ever thought about that? No one ever asks what's the purpose of life when they're having a great time, because you know the answer because you're doing it, you're living it. It's when, like, we're kind of down, or maybe there's not a lot of exciting stuff going on in our life, or we just went through like a breakup, or whatever's going on. It's when we're down that we suddenly start being like, what's the point? But when we're up and we're in a good mood, like we could be in the same situation, but be in a good mood and enjoying life, never ask the purpose of life. Nothing could change but our mood, and suddenly we want to know the purpose of life. I think we spend far too much time worrying about like purpose. It's a game. There is no purpose. Why do you go down and play pickup basketball on the court? Because it's fun. You enjoy doing it. That's what life should be. Do what you love with people you love. Have fun. Enjoy it. You don't have to have a purpose. It's like dancing. It's like dancing. You dance because it's enjoyable. If someone's like, what's the point in dancing? Like, what would you tell them? Hey, I want to dance, but I need someone to explain to me the purpose. Before I get on that dance floor, I need somebody to explain to me the purpose of dancing. You do it because it's fun. You dance to dance. Why do you listen to music? You listen to music because you like listening to music. It's the purpose of life, to live. You don't have to find some serious outside of you purpose. And, now passion, I believe in. I believe because of our genetic makeup and our DNA or whatever, we all have passions. We all have things that we want to do while playing this game. And that's one of the things when people ask me about purpose, I'm like, just find your passion and do that. I don't think there needs to be, some set. I don't know. I don't know if when we're born, there's a book somewhere, and whoever created us, writes down what is going on. Writes down like, Timothy was born this day. This is his purpose. And then like, if I don't fulfill that, it's a problem. I don't think so. My passion, this is it right here. I love, motivating and trying to inspire and talking. I love to talk. Talking. This is my passion right here. And I believe that like focusing on passion, doing things you love, that's how you get through life. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, that ain't gonna always pay the bill. A lot of people, once again, when you start talking about just like existing and enjoying life, people want to get back to serious stuff. They want to talk about money and bills and all this other stuff. People always will do that. For some reason, people get very triggered when you try to tell them, hey, just live your life. As much as possible, do things you enjoy. They want to bring it back to, no, but you gotta, what about this and what about healthcare? Blah, blah, blah. All that stuff's part of the game. All that stuff's part of the game, but that doesn't need to be the focus of the game. Now, if you want to live your life focusing on that type of stuff, fine. Once again, I know judgment. But a lot of the people I know who live their life that way aren't that happy. You know what I mean? I look at people's happiness level. When you give me advice, I'm going to look at how happy you are. And if you don't seem that happy, I'm just like, Now, you could be giving me totally conflicting advice and you be super happy. And I'm like, hey, that's what works for that person. You know what I mean? And I might actually look and say, is there anything I can glean from that person? But we might just have, we might just be playing the game different. Don't mean we're playing it wrong. But, most of society is always going to want to like bring you back to something serious. They can't just allow you to just live life and enjoy life. I'm telling you, try it. Go to work Monday or whatever, and just be like, yeah, I think the rest of my life I just want to enjoy myself. People will argue with you. Try it, try it, try it, try it. I think I just want to enjoy myself the rest of my life. Do what I love, what people I love. People will be like, people will argue with you. People will come at you. We're not programmed to believe that. It's a game. Have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. Don't take it serious. Laugh. Laugh at life. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at how serious you laugh at how serious you used to take this thing. I laugh at myself all the time now. You know what I mean? Whenever I find myself in some of them old patterns, them old behavioral patterns, about 10, 30 seconds into it, 30 seconds into it, I just find myself stopping and be like, really, Tim? Really, Tim? This really? I'm like, man, there you go, doing it crazy again, Tim. It's not serious. Anytime I make a video and I'm about, I'm talking about like doing nothing or like not worrying about, the future, people, I see the pushback. But what about this? What about this? Health is a big one. I get a lot of people telling me, because I don't have health care or stay at a job long enough to get health care, I'm going to be, there might be an issue with my health in the future, and then I'm going to regret it. And my answer always is, if I get hit with a health issue in the future, I get hit with a health issue in the future. Like, it's a game. That's just the landscape I'll have to navigate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean anything. Do I want to get hit with a terminal illness or anything? No. But like, if that happens, it happens. I'll just have to deal with it. It won't change the fact that life's a game. You just have to deal with it. It just is. Things just happen. You have to deal with them. Appreciate everyone saying have a TED Talk. I appreciate that. That's love. Appreciate that. Once you just realize like things just happen and you just have to deal with them, you stop worrying about what's going to happen. Once you realize that things just happen and you just have to deal with them, then you stop worrying about what's going to happen. You stop getting as worked up. Now, once again, none of us want to be like terminally ill or to suffer or for there to be war or all this type of stuff. I should say most of us don't want war. So if these things start to happen, yeah, we're not going to be super excited. But you don't have to live your whole life in fear of these things. Whenever, people tell me about, oh, what's going to happen to me in the future, I'm like, well, if it happens, it happens. If I turn 65 and I have no and I have no retirement and I'm living, under the Golden Gate Bridge in a refrigerator box, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, it doesn't change anything. It just will suck a little more than if I was, had a nice condo. And if that's something that really scares people, then play the game in a way that hopefully you can secure your future. It don't scare me like that. It's a game, and this game is abundant. This game is abundant. This game is super abundant, and so fortunes rise and fall in an instant. Fortunes rise and fall in an instant. You can be down tomorrow, up next week, up today, down next week, back up again the week after next. There's nothing you have to accomplish in life. I think that's one of the pressures a lot of people get put on them. They feel like there's things they have to do. So if they're not doing them, even if they're having a good life, they're down. As long as you're playing the game, you're good. There's nothing you have to do. There's no metrics you have to achieve. You can set for yourself. We all can set for ourselves the metrics we want to achieve. And even those you don't have to achieve, but you can be like, yeah, I kind of want to do that. That's how I'm playing. I look at it once again, like a game like World of Warcraft. There's different quests in the game, and you can be like, hey, I want to do that quest. You don't have to, but that quest looks fun. I'm gonna do it. That's the metrics you set for yourself in this life. You know what? I think I want to. Someone like me is like, I think I want to travel to X amount of countries. I think I want to do this. I think I want to start a business. I think I want to write a book. I think I want to whatever it is for you. You decide the metrics you set that matter to you. It's your game. You decide. All these other metrics and all these other things that other people say you have to do, that's in their game. It ain't got nothing to do with your game. Hey, Dustin, thank you. Super Chat Squad said the song That's Life goes with this message. That's life. I'm trying to think if I know that song. I'll have to look it up later. Appreciate that, Dustin. Thank you. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you. Super Chat Squad. Thank you. You get to decide what means anything to you in this life. That's the beauty of nothing really meaning anything, is that you can decide what means something. Anytime someone says you have to do this in life, that's their game. You know what I mean? That'd be like you playing a game like World of Warcraft or some other game like that. Some of y'all like, I don't know what he's talking about. But any other massively multiplayer role-playing game, and someone comes along and is like, hey, you have to do this. No, I pay my $15 a month. This is my game. I play it how I want to play it. Same with life. The same with life. No one can tell you how to play this game called life. I don't care if that's your mom, your dad, your spouse, your auntie, your boss, your guy. I don't care. No one can tell you. People can give you advice. Hey, things might work out for you better, blah, 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 blah. Cool. We all, hey, I look up to all the OGs. I look up to all the OGs and big homies, all of my elders. But no one can tell you you have to live life a certain way. That's their life. That's how they're playing the game. Those are metrics that they wrote down matter to them. Ain't got nothing to do with you or me. And when you start seeing life that way, and once again, you start seeing when you start judging other people for what they're doing, you'll pull back. I do this all the time. I'll look at somebody and I'm like, and I'm like, wait a second. Why are you trying to tell them how to play their game, Tim? Let them do what they want to do. Even when I see people doing things that are wrong for me, I can't, you know what I mean? I can't tell them. I can't tell them right or wrong. I can't tell them how to live their life, how to play this game. And when you start letting go of that judgment of other people, it starts to help you let go of a lot of the judgment you have on yourself. And then you start judging other people less. Then you start judging yourself less, and you can, and I'm on this process, not saying I'm there. But then you just you're a lot more at peace because none of this stuff, you do what you do, people do what they do, and you just move through life that way. Good things happen, you enjoy them. Bad things happen, you endure. Keep it pushing. It's all temporary. Nothing that happens to you in this life will last forever. That's why you got to really enjoy the good times, because they're not going to last forever. And not to worry so much about the bad times, because they'll be over. And we don't have to worry about the future, because whatever happens in the future is going to be temporary. It's all about perspective. It's all about mindset. It's all about how you look at it. Two people could go through the exact same thing, and their mindset will determine whether they go through it smiling and whistling or they're down in the dumps and depressed and hating life. Two people could go through the exact same situation, and one person just realizes, hey, this is just part of it. It's, this too shall pass. And the other person is just blah, 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 blah. which is their right. It's their right. If people want to be down and depressed and negative, it's their right. I don't want to do it. I don't think most people I know want to do it, but some people do. We all know people who like being negative. We all know that. Once again, yes, being ill sucks. But I think once for me, um, realizing that I'm just an energy being experiencing what it's like to be a human on the planet Earth in this universe, and that when that experience is over, I'll move on to something else, makes me less afraid of being ill. And honestly, it kind of allows me. I've never been like terminally ill, but sometimes you go through some stuff. You know, I got a few things I go through that just won't seem to go away. Some days they make life a challenge, time to time. But I just realized that that's part of that's part of this life. It doesn't really mean anything. Me being sick doesn't mean anything. It just means I'm not gonna feel as good as I did. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's seriously, it's mindset, it's perception. A lot of times we look at certain things and we're just like, oh, if that happens, it's the end. But if you like, just hey, I mean, just is what it is. Like some days I'm not gonna feel as good as other days, and one day I'm not going to have to worry about my feelings at all. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like it's just you ain't got to get down about all this stuff or as down. Obviously, some things will get us down, but you don't have to get as down. Chris, that's a good point. Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, very good book. You got to be in the right mind frame to read it. When I first started reading it, I was like, I can't read this. I wasn't in the right mind frame to read about the Holocaust and the experiences, and for someone who went through it, and to write about it and all it's just to give you the real raw of it, because even a lot of us have seen it in movies and things of that nature, but it's totally different to hear him describe it, to hear him say things like the best of us didn't make it back. That was one of the statements in that book where he was like, the best of us did not survive. Now keep in mind, he survived and he's writing this book, but he's like, we had to do some things in there to survive. Good people didn't do. The best of us did not make it home. And I was like, wow. But if you read the book, you see that he's really talking about, one of the things I liked where he was saying that, love kept him going. He didn't know whether his wife was alive or dead. Turned out she was dead. But the thought of his wife kept him going. That was one of the things that made me realize just how powerful love is. If anything in this life or in this universe means anything, it's love, in my opinion. What else is there? But that was a powerful statement that he was like, I didn't know if my wife was alive or dead, but the thought of her and focusing on the love I had for her kept me going. I thought that was crazy. That was crazy. It's a good book. Yeah. Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. Don't read it if you're don't read it if you're not in a good space. But it is a good book. Definitely a good book. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. And I still don't think I finished it. Because it's deep. And yeah, for a lot of people, when you start talking about love is what it is and all this, and for some people, that's not how they play the game. That's not their reality. Totally get that. Totally get that. Once again, I've given up. I talk about things because it's my belief. It's how I play the game. I think, other people are similar to me. I talk about my beliefs, what I believe in. It's not meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant for everybody. And I more than understand and appreciate, when some of the stuff I say sounds like crazy hippie talk to some people. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? There's no judgment here. There's no judgment. We just got to keep it positive. We just keep it positive. Yeah. If some people don't want to love, that's their prerogative. You know what I mean? Like okay. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they probably would be a little happier if they did. But if they choose not to love, that's cool too. You know, we all end up the same. So, and that's another thing. It is hard for a lot of people to accept that no matter what you do in this life, the eventuality is the same. Now we have different opinions on where you go when you die, things of that nature. But for me, I'm just, you know what I mean? I can look at someone and say, hey, I would not do any of the stuff they're doing. I don't agree with any of their beliefs, but we're going to both end up the same. So yeah, no judgment. I do the things that makes my life the most beneficial and happiest. That's what we all do on some level. I feel like once we realize we can, but it's a game. Play it how you want to play it. Let other people play it how they want to play it. When you get to the end, hopefully you don't have any regrets. That's what I look at it. I just don't want to have I don't want to have any of my regrets. When I get to the end of it, whether that be 10 years from now, 50 years from now, whatever, I just want to be like, you know what? I played the game to the fullest. Let's go. Time to be a moonbeam. Ron, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ron's came through. Super Chat Squad said people spend a considerable amount of time worrying about future events that may or may not happen. Meditation is a great way to combat anticipatory anxiety, i.e., future thinking. I totally agree. Totally agree. I think meditation is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal. Thank you, Ron. Super Chat Squad. I think meditation is one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal to keep us in the moment, keep us centered, and keep us from worrying about the future. Very powerful. And I think the fact that it seems so simple keeps a lot of people from it. If you told people that they could get the benefits you can get from just meditating 30 minutes every morning, if you told them, hey, you have to hike up to the height of Mount blah, 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 and sit up there for 30 days and you'll get these benefits, people would be more likely to do it. But when you tell people, hey, you really just got to sit and focus on your breathing for 30 minutes every morning, you can get these benefits, people will be like, I can't do that. That won't work. But once again, no judgment. Do what you do. But yeah, meditate. I'm telling you, if you had a space in your life and things seem a little off, not where you want to be, maybe your happiness level ain't there, try meditation. It's very simple. YouTube has probably millions of guided meditations. 5-minute guided meditations. You can get to work a little early and sit in the car and do that. You don't want to go in anyway. Get to work 7 minutes early. Take 2 minutes to find a good 5-minute guided meditation. Sit in your car and do it. Do it on the train, on the way to work. Do that for a week. Let me know what happens. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. And Sonia coming through. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you too, Sonia. Sonia says, we love you, Tim. Thank you. That is love. Thank you. Love you too. Love you too. And I'm telling you, anybody who's experienced love, anyone who's experienced love or of whatever variety it comes, I think there's really only one love, but we like to break it down. Anyone who's really experienced love, be it just friendship or relationship, or whatever, love is real. You know the difference. You know the difference between a life with no love and a life with real love. No comparison. No comparison. Love you too, Sonia. Thank you. Super Chat Train. AZ coming through. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The Super Chat Train continues. AZ said, glad to help, Tim. I love your work. Thank you so much, AZ. I appreciate the help. Appreciate you saying that about the work. We try, to put out some decent content. So thank you. Thank you. Super Chat Train. Let's go. Thank y'all. Thank you for the support. Oh, AZ came through again. What? Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you, AZ, with the double. You got your own Super Chat Train going. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Really does help with the motivations. Thank you. Super chat train going. Choo choo. Yes, Sonia. We are happy. We are. When I say we, I mean me. Sometimes I catch myself. So like Tim, just say I. I am happy. I am happy. Like blessed, blessed, blessed. Love you too, Az. Yeah, Daniel. If you don't have time to meditate for 5 minutes, then meditate for an hour. Exactly. Mike01 Davis. So what's up, everyone? Here's to a great weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Super Chat Train. Thank you, Mike01 Davis. Hopefully you have a great weekend too. Spend some time doing what you love with people you love, or doing what you love alone. If you're an introverts, like some of us. That's awesome. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Thank you all. Michael subbed yesterday. Now, welcome to the channel. Rainbird Smith. Glad the channel could be helpful. Thank you. Yeah. Life's a game, and if you play it with someone who believes the same, it does make it a lot easier. Does make it a lot easier. But people play it the way they play it. That's when you're really starting to get somewhere where not only are you cool with living life the way you want to live it, but you're cool with how other people decide to live their life. That's when you're getting somewhere. Thomas J coming through, Super Chat Train. Thank you, Thomas. Says, in my opinion, the truest form of love is respect. We get caught up in the conditional forms. I got you. I think, like I said, and appreciate the support. Thank you. I think that we have all these different ideals about love, this type of love, this type of love, this type of love, this type of love. I think it's all the same thing. I don't even know if love is the word. I don't even know if we can describe what it actually is. It's another one of those is things. A lot of isness, in the universe. We try to put things into words and break them down and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, yeah, I think with true love comes respect. It's all part, you know what I mean? There's so many parts of it. So many parts of it. And yeah, I think it's anytime you've had that bond with someone or some people or whatever, you know it. You don't have a good friend. Think about your best friend. Y'all never sat down and said, okay, let's break down our friendship. Okay. How loyal are we going to be? How much are we going to respect each other? Will we die for each other? You don't have to sit down and do that. You just know. You just will. You just do. How loyal are we going to be? Super loyal. You know what I mean? How much respect are going to have? The most we have. You know what I mean? You don't have to have these conversations. It just happens. It just comes with it. They know you're there. You know they're there. With real love, there's no doubt in your mind that that's how it goes down. Hey, T. Oh, I like that username. It's just T. See, it's the first time catching you live. I enjoy watching your videos. Thank you, T. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. The train is leaving the station. Let's go. I appreciate that. Thank you, T. Welcome to the live stream journey. We do this pretty regular, especially now that I got some free time again. So welcome, and I appreciate the support. Thank you, especially on your first live. Thank you. Molly checking back in here to cause trouble. Hey, for the sake of song, you said you finally got sober. That's awesome. Clap that up. I wouldn't look at it as half my life is wasted now. I would focus more on hey, at least I got sober before the other half was wasted. You know what I mean? It's nah. You was doing what you did that half of your life. Now you're sober. This, you've experienced what it's like to live drinking or whatever. Now you'll get to experience what it's like to be sober. It's all part of the experience. You know what I mean? Yeah, sometimes we can look back and be like, if I'd gotten sober sooner, I could have done more, but it's all part of the experience. It's all part of the experience. Cheryl's chatting. Recently resigned from your job. Nice. Yeah, you're Former coworkers are always going to think you're responsible. Like you said, you're a single mom. They're going to have all these reasons why you shouldn't do it. But like you said, it was suffocating you. You had to leave. And props to you for having the strength and the courage to do that. A lot of people never will. They would just stay and get suffocated. But I like to look at things like, as a single mom, you have a child that needs the best version of you. You know what I mean? You're at a job that's suffocating you. You're not happy. I feel like it's more important to like get out of that situation, find other ways to support you and your child, but be able to show up in that child's life happier and not, that seems more important to me than the stuff other people look at. Oh, yeah, but if you quit, how are you going to make money? Nah, I got to get out of this situation, be the best version of me for me and my child, for my life, their life. The money will come. You can figure out the money. So yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Cheryl. High insecurity system, period. There's a period at the end of that. I like that. It says, thank you. You are welcome. And thank you. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Thank you. It's a very interesting username. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it, though. Yeah, and Cheryl, yeah, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be nervous. But I'm personally of the belief that we are all smart enough to figure out how to pay our bills. Yeah, there might be some instances in life where we takes a little longer than we thought to do certain things, but nah, nah, nah. I think we're all smart enough to figure out how to live life the way we want to live it. And if we just put our minds to doing it, there might be ups and downs and things of that nature, but I think we can eventually figure it out. And when you make decisions in life that scare you, but you do it for a bigger purpose and you do it for your life and the people in your life, that's such a great feeling that even if it doesn't work out totally how you planned in the beginning, you got that. You know what I mean? You got that. I wasn't afraid. I did it. I tried it. And I'm going to keep trying. Whereas a lot of people will never have that because they never get over the fear. Ron coming through again. Thank you. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Thank you, Ron. Ron said, don't let marketing agencies lead you to believe your life is inadequate and spending money on material items is the answer to becoming adequate. Exactly. That's the part of the preach, Ron, preach. Part of the reason so many of us have grown up with low self-esteem is because you don't realize that certain commercials are telling you you're not pretty enough or whatever enough without their product, but they are. You don't realize that that's what the commercial's saying, but your subconscious picks up on it. When it shows you somebody not winning, and then they go and get a BMW, and then it shows them winning, your subconscious picks up on the fact, oh, the car I drive matters. People will respect me more. You know what I mean? So like we've been bombarded with that our whole lives. We just naturally start to think, oh, if I don't look a certain way, I don't wear certain clothes, I don't drive a certain car, I'm less than. When that's not true. That is not true. That is not true. Because we've all seen examples of people who found true love and really love their life and enjoy life and are living this life to the fullest, who don't have all that stuff that the marketing agencies say we have to have. But we get bombarded with the marketing more. So we go through life, even sometimes when we have a good life or we're doing well, we think we're not doing well enough. We think we need to have something else to, do it. It's all programming. It's all programming. It's all programming. Molly coming through with more, more jobs. Okay. Journey checking in. Yes, it's an abundant Friday. The universe is undefeated. I love that. I love that. Sando bailed on the first day of the job. Nice. If you got to, you got to. You got to. And you're right. It takes strength. A lot of people would have like, it's my first day. I got to hang in there. Nah, you got to go. You got to go. EB23. I never worked DoorDash. I worked Instacart. And you can do it in different states. Yes. I was talking in the stream the other day. I think that's going to be something that's pretty big in the future. I think people will travel from different states, different cities, and do DoorDash, Instacart, all the gig jobs, because people are going to want to find the markets that are more profitable. So yeah, you can, yeah. Some states I think might be different, but most states I think you can cross state lines and do it. Like the app doesn't care, you know. Ben, you took a marketing class to curb your negative stereotypes. It backfired. The other Ben said, "Mate, how hard is it to get rid of all your stuff?" Honestly, it wasn't as hard as you might think it would be. I always recommend that people start with, if you have the ideal that maybe I want to get rid of some stuff, you start to feel like your possessions are holding you back. Start with small stuff. Start with your junk drawer. Start with that pile of stuff in the garage that's been sitting there since 2004. Start with stuff that you ain't gonna use, and just get rid of it. And I know for me, just the empty spaces that opened up, and just I start feeling lighter every time I got rid of stuff. It almost became like an addiction, getting rid of stuff, because in the beginning you haven't seen the benefits. You might have heard other people talk about the benefits, but until you see the benefits in your life, it's kind of like, get rid of my stuff. A lot of my self-worth is tied up in my stuff. But when you start getting rid of stuff and you start seeing the benefits, and you start realizing, oh, I really don't care. You know, I'm still the same person I was yesterday, even though I got rid of that stuff. Then it gets easier because you kind of want that feeling more. So, oh, if I get rid of that, oh, I'll feel even lighter. You know what I'm saying? So, like, once I started getting rid of stuff, it just kept going. And there were some things. I will admit there were some things that there was some resistance. And I always say, if you're downsizing, decluttering, whatever, adopting a minimalistic lifestyle, if there's some things that pop up that you are resistant or hesitant to get rid of, keep it. There's no rules. There's no set number of things you have to have. Come back to it a month later, and you'll be surprised. A lot of times, a month or two passes, you're like, I can get rid of this now. It's just up here. A lot of things that had, some things that I didn't have a ton of things that had sentimental value, because I'm not really a sentimental value person. So like people don't give me a lot of gifts because they know I don't do gifts. So I didn't have a lot of stuff that someone had given to me who maybe had passed on to their next existence or whatever. But there were a few things I had that had sentimental value, and those were a little harder to get rid of. But I realized the sentiment was here and here, not in the object. So, there's some things like I had a letter from, someone very special to me who lives, in a different country, and we never see each other. And they'd written me a letter the first time they left. And we'd had some really fun times together. So that letter meant a lot to me. But I knew I was going to be traveling, and I was like, well, so I took a picture of the letter. And it was very hard to do, but I threw the original away. But took a picture of the letter. And I realized that everything that was said in the letter, I have in the picture. And those memories and those feelings that I get when I read the letter are what matters, not the actual letter. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. But it's not as hard as you might think. Getting some good discussion going on in the chat. I love it. I love it. Trying to make sure I wasn't too far behind. Trying to make sure I'm too far behind. Sometimes I get to ramble, but I'll be way behind. People be commenting. I'm on comments 30 minutes ago. We pretty good today. Pretty good today. Jamie says, as someone who's going to do something risky soon because I want to live more from my heart, yes. What would you say I should tell myself if it ends really badly? I would say exactly that. Like, hey, I wanted to live more from my heart, so we took these risks. Honestly, there is a feeling you get. I kind of touched on this earlier. There's a feeling you get when you take risk for the right reason, to where you almost aren't even mad at yourself if it doesn't work out the way you want it to. You know what I mean? Because you know why you did it. We spend so much time in life kind of just like, just going along and going with the flow and what other people say and do, and in that framework, a lot of times things happen or things go badly and we get all worked up about it because that's you didn't have anything to do with that. Maybe, you know what I mean? But when things go badly, which I don't think they're going to go really badly, but when things don't go the way we planned, but we know why we did what we did, you don't really have to beat yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have to beat yourself up. It's like if you tried to do a favor for a friend and it didn't work out. You tried to help somebody out and it didn't work out. You're not gonna like beat yourself up over that. It's like I tried. You know what I mean? I tried. It just wasn't what you know what I mean? So the same is true. Like when you take risk in life for yourself because you want to live a certain way, if it doesn't totally turn out 100%, okay. You know what I mean? Like you know why you did it. You don't have to beat yourself up. Like you know why you did it, and it's like, all right, we'll try next time. But I don't think it'll turn out really badly. You'll be fine. You'll laugh at yourself for worrying about that. That is a good question though. I'm not saying it wasn't a good question, but yeah, you just like, well, didn't work that way. Let's try it this way. Let's go. And it can be a good thing sometimes when things don't work out the way we want them to, because you're like, oh, I took a risk, it didn't work out, and I'm fine. So that alleviates a lot of the fear. You'll find yourself wanting to take another risk almost immediately because you'll be like, okay, that didn't work out totally the way I wanted it to, but I'm fine. I figured it out. Okay, let me go do this. So good question. RC, thank you. Super Chat Squad said I worked a good paying job that drained me for a while, stacked my money and ran away, played it smart. Hey, that's definitely a move. That's definitely a move. If you add a good paying job, you identify I can't be here but so long, stack your chips up, stay there as long as you can and go. I'm one of those people. I got to bounce as soon as I'm like, nah, I can't. I'm like, I can't do it. But yeah, that's definitely a move. Definitely a move. Get all the financial gains up out of that job as you can, and then go. My thing is, I think sometimes people stay too long, or they end up getting trapped. A lot of people, that's their goal, but then they end up getting trapped. So I'm big on bounce ASAP. But yeah, that's another way to do it too. Another way to do it. Thank you, Super Chat Squad. Thank you, RC. Thank you. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. No, Michelle, I did not. So now we're not going to worry about that. Amoeba said, what do you do when everyone in your life has left you and you're young and live alone? Hey, you're open to finding new people now. You got no barriers, no roadblocks to finding new people to come into your life. And there could be that period where it's never fun when everybody's left, but I'm a firm believer that the universe will bring into your life what you need. You know what I mean? So hey, you're wide open. Your dance card is empty. You can dance with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one way to look at it. It's like, hey, now I got plenty of open space for people to come in my life. And I think sometimes in scenarios like that, it's easy to almost natural to kind of put the walls up. I had people in my life, they're gone, done with people. But I think if we can keep those walls down and look at it different, like, yeah, I had people in my life, maybe they weren't the people, maybe they were in here for as long as they were supposed to be. Who's next? Keep the walls down. Who's next? Feel like I want some more people in my life. I got time now. You know what I mean? Look at it that way. And I promise you, the universe will send some people in your life. I'm a firm believer in that. Or you can just, be alone for a while. That works too. Hey, I appreciate that. Ellie Edwards said, if you ever decide to write your book, I'd take dictation and type it up for you for free. Okay, appreciate that offer. Appreciate that offer. Journey, getting your passport in December. Nice. itching to go out the country. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, you finally got your passport in December. Yeah, I was about to be like, damn, that's a long time to wait. Nice. No, yo, you gonna meet some internationals at Yellowstone. Yeah, the J1s are back. The J1 visa holders are back. So yeah, you'll meet some internationals at Yellowstone. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. hmm I was talking to a buddy of mine today, trying to convince him to do seasonal work, and I was telling him about just meeting people from all over the world. Okay, Michael's driven all over the country doing DoorDash. The app sees where you are and lets you work there. Nice, nice. JRD, welcome to the channel. I like to think I'm a cool guy. Some people might differ. Yeah, I'm into Bitcoin. I've been selling it lately because I kind of need to use that money. But yeah, I firmly believe, barring some government intervention or something, Bitcoin will be 100,000 within the next 5 years or so. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I'm with Molly on that one, Bryce. If you're in a relationship and it's not fulfilling and it's not working out for you, maybe it's time to move on, Bryce. Yeah, I mean, but don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? It's things happen in this life. Once again, it's all a game. None of it's serious. You know, you're playing the game with a group of people, and they decide to play the game elsewhere, and all right, you just find some other people to play the game with. It's not serious. But totally get where you're coming from. Not downplaying your emotions and feelings, but it's a yeah, more there'll be more people in your life. I've had that happen. That's why, like, I get it. A lot of people know that certain members of my family don't really talk to me anymore for religious reasons. And the universe has, like, it can never replace those people in my life because, like, they're my immediate family. Um, but the universe has put people in my life where, and I still love them, but that a lot of the love that would have went to them, the universe has put people in my life where the love goes to them now. You know what I mean? And it was almost like, yeah, that's, you still love those people, they're your family, but you're not going to have that bond. Here's some people you can bond with like that. And it's been a beautiful thing. And that's part of the reason I don't have resentment over here. Once again, they're living the life the way they playing the game, the way they feel they need to play it. So I actually respect it. Um, but I don't need to feel resentment because the universe has given me basically replacements. You know what I mean? And one day when I really realized that, I was like, wow, like, okay, you know what I mean? And it's such a blessing that it's just like, wow, okay, I don't have to, we good over here, but I'm blessed over here, so. Jerry said J1 love. A a period. No, I do not currently have a home base, but we're working on that. We are working on that. Tiffany, I would love to leave the country this year. I'd love to travel outside the country this year. Once I get this home base figured out, that's kind of where all my energy and honestly my money is going to right now. Um, I'd love to be able to go out the country this year. I think I feel like the world is opening back up enough. I think I feel like I'm ready. So hopefully I'll get the chance. Yeah, I know now is not the time to be selling crypto, but I needed the money. Like for me, I could have put the money to better use selling it and using the money than it's sitting, you know, in my crypto account and waiting for crypto to go back up, which I think it will. And I'm This is why I'm not a great investor, because like money's a tool to me. So if I can, yeah, if I can put some money somewhere and go up in value, cool. But like I don't mind selling it low and losing money if I need to use that money for something else. Like it don't bother me. Losses don't bother me like they do other people. Every car I've ever owned, when I sold it at a loss. Like I don't go. Like it's the money. I just see money a little different. Money's a tool, and the universe is abundant. So I'll sell at a loss. I'll get that money back. It don't bother me. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know, it's not. Once you see the world, once you have an abundance mindset, a lot of stuff don't. Yeah, I love to invest in something and make money, but like if I lose, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like it's whatever. I'll get it back. Universe is abundant. I'm not steering away from Doge now. I just don't at the moment. Yeah, I'm just not putting a lot of money into crypto. But even if I was, I probably wouldn't put it in Doge. So maybe I am steering away from Doge. I don't see a reason for Doge going up in the future. Star G, new listener. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're loving the show. So what do you think about maintaining your credit? I've already cut back on a lot of expenses and quit my job. I don't want to stress over a 3-digit number. I personally, Star G, don't care about my credit score. I rarely, if ever, use my credit score. I financed a car in 2020. They looked at it. These days, to get an apartment, they look at it. But I don't care about it. When I learned that if you have money talks, so you have enough cash, they will get over you having a low credit score. Trust me. So that's why I was just like, hey, I just try to, if my credit ain't perfect, which is not, because I really don't have anything much on my credit. I never use it. So me personally, I don't care about credit score. Credit was designed to hold the poor down. So I don't care about it. I'm not going to live my life, like you said, worrying about numbers. No, 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 no. Exactly. William was in the repair shop, getting $1,200 work done on the van. Not pleasant, but it's like you just got to get through it. It's life. And here's the thing too. I'm learning that like if you sometimes when I have to spend a lot of money, I just turn to gratitude. It's like, hey, I'm grateful to have that I had the $1,200 to fix the van. I'll look at it that way. Hey, I got to spend all this money on this over here. It's like, damn, I'm grateful I had the money to do it, because what if I didn't have the money? I look at it that way. Instead of getting all worked up about spending money, a lot of times I'm just like, hey, I'm grateful I had it to spend to fix my car or to get this or to get that. And that's why I think gratitude is gratitude is one of those concepts that can totally change your life, because it's just like, and when you have a bigger picture, like in your case, I'm living this van life. So that's the bigger picture. That's the goal. I just have to spend what I have to spend to keep doing that because I enjoy doing it. I think a lot of times when we're not living the life we want to live or doing the things we want to do, that's when we really get worked up about spending money, because it's not doing anything for us. But yeah, when you're living a dream life, or doing something you want to do, you spend some money. It's like, hey, what I gotta? Happy to have the money to do it. You know. Hey, Az, love you too. Love you too. Glad the videos have helped. Hey, see you later, Chris. Whitney checking in. How you doing? Tiffany, I don't think I'll return to Montana to visit, sure. I'm definitely gonna, visit Montana probably 2, 3 times a year. Because I got really good friends there. But I don't know about living there again in the near future. Yeah. Nate, appreciate you saying that. Say, glad I found your videos. You encouraged me. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, you be tripping me out. Um, Well, Molly, I don't have bad credit, Molly. I don't have any credit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't I don't use my credit. So like I wouldn't be who am I get sued from? You know what I mean? Like I don't use my credit, so nobody can sue me because I don't owe nobody no money like that. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about my credit. I don't I don't use it. I use it to finance my car and I pay my car note. You know what I mean? So like the couple of times I ever been like had a little collection or something like that was like a doctor bill, $100 or something. But yeah, I don't. What they gonna come knock on my door for? I don't use my credit. You know what I mean? Like, but I see what you're saying. James, I've never lived in Seattle, but I do appreciate Seattle. I've been there quite a few times. I like it. Actually want to go back this summer. I like going down to the Pikes. I like to go to the International District. You can't call it Chinatown anymore. There's a hostel I stay in the International District, and I like going to Pikes Market and walking along the whatever I forget what park or whatever that is, but there's an area in Seattle I like in the Pikes Market District area that I really enjoy. I spent a few days there last year. I want to go back this year. Malone, I definitely think there's some huge benefits to NoFap. Totally. I can tell the difference when I kind of do it for a little bit. Yeah, yeah. I do not think it's BS. I think there are some real benefits to NoFap. Yeah. Eric, I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed. How are you? Amoeba said, Tim, how do you get comfortable being alone? And this will sound like a crazy answer. By being alone, you know, that other than like so many things in life other than actually doing it, you can never get comfortable doing it. So the more you're alone, I feel like the more comfortable you get alone. And for me, not consuming a lot of content that talks about being with people or being in relationships and things like that helps me. Like if I just but me, I enjoy being alone. But yeah, honestly, other than being alone and learning to deal with it and in some cases enjoy it, that's the only way you'll get comfortable with it. You can't just there's nothing you can do other than doing it to be comfortable with it. You know, so many things in life. That'd be like, how do you get good at driving? Well, you have to drive. You know what I mean? Like it's just yeah, it's just kind of a process. Victor, no, I will never drink again. No, no, I don't. I don't. There's no reason to. Like honestly, there's no reason to. There's no possible reason for me to ever drink again. So no, I'll never drink again. Fatty, I don't think I've ever been to Cedar City, Utah. Uh, Rabia, gratitude changes your life because you start to see so much about life is perspective and mindset. So you start to look at life differently, and that's how it changes your life. Because instead of being entitled and always thinking about what you don't have, gratitude makes you start thinking about what you do have, and you get grateful and makes you happy. And so you go through life instead of always just being like, I should have that, I should have that. Blah, blah, blah. Instead, you're like, hey, I got that, and it may seem once again some hippie talk, but I'm telling you, you start going through life and you really start taking the time to be grateful for what you have, you will find that the world just seems different. Over time, you will find that the world seems different, and you'll look back on yourself a year later and be like, what was I doing last year? Like, you know what I mean? Because you're just grateful for what you have. Because we all have things that we're blessed to have. We don't deserve none of this stuff. We don't deserve none of this stuff we have, especially in countries that are affluent and have money and wealth. We don't deserve none of this stuff. Nothing we did warrants having. Nothing I did warrants having a roof over my head and heat and a car and clothes and a cell phone and a laptop. Like nothing I did warrants that. Even if I worked for it, the universe, God, whatever, gave me the body and the ability and the good health to be able to work for it. None of it's me. These are all blessings. This is all blessings. This could disappear tomorrow. You know what I mean? So like when you look at life that way, you're up every day. You know what I mean? You're good. You're not up every day. We all have bad days, but like, you just look at life different. It changes things. Hey, Condessa, thank you, Super Chat Squad. Said some write a book and sell it on Amazon. I'd buy it. Hey, appreciate you saying that. And it's our goal to write a book. Condessa Super Chat Squad, thank you. International Super Chat Squad. It is definitely our goal to write a book. But I have to wait for the book to be ready to be written. If that makes any sense. I have to wait until I have something to write. And there's a part of me that thinks that, there's some things I got to go through or things that I get in a certain place before me to be like, I'll know. It'll be like, okay, it's book time. And I'm not feeling that right now. So, but yeah, I appreciate you saying you'll buy the book. Keep that same energy when the book comes out. I'll be like, all y'all said you're going to buy that book. I only sold 3 copies. No, I'm joking. But thank you for that. Thank you, Super Chat Squad. Thank you for the euros. Hey, high end. I'm avoiding answering that question because it's kind of weird. Like, I ain't really trying to answer no questions about my parents. You know what I mean? No, no. Respectfully, I'm avoiding answer that question because that's kind of. I ain't trying to be even visualizing that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a weird question to ask, is what I'm saying. 5 Horizon, sending positive vibes my way. Thank you. Sending them right back, accepting them, sending them back to you. I don't think I've ever read or listened to Sam Harris. No. What does he or she do or write about? Soul Searcher. Yes, I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness. Yes, I'm very open and vocal about that. I got nothing to hide in that aspect. And I always have to say this: I got nothing negative to say about that organization. I'm glad I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. If I had to do it all over again, I would not change that because it's made me the person I am. But yeah, I grew up Jehovah's Witness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Paul, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, glad you like the shirt. Thank you. Every now and then we throw a good shirt on. Oh, Journey, that's awesome. So, Tim, you were right when you said that people who care will support you in your happiness. Out of nowhere, people want to help out because they respect my determination to be free from societal norms. It's true, man. And that's awesome. Shout out to them people in your life. It's true. And a lot of people, I had so many people tell me, like, hey, I wish I could do what you're doing. I can't for whatever reasons. I want to help out, or they just respect what you're doing. Like, yeah, people, yeah. You'll find out who really cares. Yeah, Whitney, you're right. One of the reasons they push relationships so much, anything they push in film and movies and commercials there's a reason. The reason they push relationships so much is because it makes you spend money. You do not spend near as much money, trust me, I know, when you're alone. Soon as I get involved with somebody, I start spending all kinds of money. My whole paycheck be gone. I'm a bit of an extreme case. But yeah, you spend more money. That's why they push it. That's why they push it. They don't care whether you're dating or not. They just want you to spend money. They don't care about your happiness and you finding the one. They just want you to spend money. Hey, Andrea stayed home from the St. Patty's Day party. Nice. Bentley said the final score of the game of life is we'll all lose when we die. I slightly disagree, Bentley. I don't think we lose. I think it's just part of the game. You know what I mean? Death isn't a losing. Like, death is a part of life. It's the opposite side of the same coin. Like, you can't have one without the other on this planet, in this universe. So death isn't a loss. Death isn't a bad thing. Like, when it happens in a horrible way, yeah. and we miss people who've died in our lives. And even when it happens in a bad way, it's just that sucks. If you die in a fiery car crash, the fiery car crash sucks. Your dying doesn't. If you see, it's not a loss. You just move on to wherever you're gonna go. Like it's not like that's one of the things I think if we all looked at differently, we would not be so concerned. Because if you see death as a bad thing, you're super worried about dying. But when you just see death as something that has to happen one day, it's neither good or bad. It just is. Back to this isness. So much in life just is. Death just is. Life just is. You know what I mean? It's opposite sides of the same coin. You know, just is. It just happens. It's just. Yeah, I think I have stuff I could write about. Yes, but I've not been moved. Like once again, I'm not the type of person who does everything I could do. I do the things I'm moved to do. So do I think I could take some time and write a book? Yeah, I'm just not moved to yet. That's kind of the thing. If it was like, oh, I want to write a book for the money and whatever, whatever, yeah, I could put something together. I'm sure, and it'd be decent. I think, but it's just like I'm not. If you see me doing stuff, I'm plugging my phone in so the battery doesn't die. But yeah, I just not moved to write a book. You know what I mean? I don't I don't. Hold on, I got to make sure this thing does not. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Just not moved to write one yet. Yeah, Amoeba. If you focus on that, everyone else seems to be with somebody, and I'm alone. It'll drive you crazy. It will drive you crazy. Yeah, trust me. That like when it comes to like relationship alone, that's where a lot of people's mistake is because they start looking at everybody else like, how'd they find somebody? How'd she find somebody? You can't look at it that way. You can't look at it that way. This is my version of the game, and in it, I'm currently alone. The universe will send me somebody. God will send me somebody. You know, if I need that. Until then, I'm just gonna work on me. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Like I just work on me until somebody send me somebody, or they don't. Yeah, whatever. I'm good either way. Rovos, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Bentley, I do agree with that. Yeah, we're born, we live a little bit, we die. Like it is what it is. Like, it's nothing. Kyle, good to see you. Victoria, you grew up with JW too? Okay, cool. A lot of people did. Rose, what did I do today? I hung out with Cyan, my buddy Cyan. The great owl. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, didn't catch it at the right. Boom. There we go. Okay. Okay. Hang on a second, folks. Got to make sure that went through. Cool. Hachi, hello. Paul said, I'm single. I'm saving way more money. Exactly. Diane, they never found your M&Ms. Sorry to hear, man. They got you. They got you for your. They got you for that food. They got you for them M&Ms. Bald Eagle, thank you. Super Chat Squad. So for a while, I was wondering what my purpose is, but eventually I found it. Sometimes you just need to wait it out. You never know what will happen in the future. Yes. I'm a big believer that the universe is abundant. It will send you what you need. The universe, God, whatever. I do believe in God, but I say the universe because I don't want to attribute stuff to God that isn't him, her, it. So yeah, the universe will send you what you need. I'm a firm believer in that. Firm believer in that. And if you just realize that and just let go and say, hey, if this is what I need, it'll be sent to me, and if not, it won't. Then you don't have to spend all the time worrying about it. The universe has got you. It trust me. It puts you here It put the planet here to put you on. It's got you. It knows what you did. Yeah, 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 yeah. We as humans put way too much responsibility on ourselves a lot of times. Way too much. Way too much. Condessa, no, I've never been to Portugal. Molly, I didn't get rid of my RV after about a week. When I had an RV, I had it for like 8 months. Yeah, I had my RV for like 8 months. Anomaly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, it is hard when to love and lose. You know what I mean? I mean, that's one of the hardest things in life to experience. Real love, and then it goes away. Very little rivals that pain. But like, you know what I mean? It's the price you pay for loving. I always say that. It's a high price, but it's the price we pay and it's the risk we take for love. Um, the alternative would be to like never love, and that sucks. But yeah, it's the price we pay. A lot of things in life are just the price we pay. Vegan pajamas. I've thought about I've thought about it, and I do need to start eating healthier. One of the reasons I want to get a home base is so that I can eat healthier. It is very hard to eat healthy on the road. Very hard to eat healthy on the road. So I do want to start eating healthier. Um, but I don't know about totally going vegan. Toby, I'm not at a seasonal job right now. Yeah, I left, but we were working like 50, 60 hours a week. Part of the reason I left. But it differs from each seasonal job. That's a good point, Janine. A lot of people are lonely and they have somebody. Uh, Kyle, I'm not really a big gambler. No, no. I mean, every now and then, one of the things I like to do occasionally, um, when I'm working, is I'll stop by the store and get like $5 scratch offs for me and my friends. Once every 6 months, I might come into work with some scratch offs and give everybody one. And it's just kind of fun. Like, I'll do that. You know what I mean? I'll buy scratch offs. And if there's like a big lotto thing and everybody at work's doing it and they're doing a pool or something, I'll throw my little $10 in. But other than that, no. Like, I'm not, and I don't really, honestly, all those times I do that, I don't want to win. I don't care about winning. I have no desire to win millions of dollars. I don't care. I just do it because it's fun. It's a group activity. But like, I go to Vegas all the time. I'd be in Vegas at least once a year. I never gamble. I think the first time I went to Vegas, I spent like $20. We were sitting at the bar. I was drinking back then. We were sitting at the bar waiting on our drinks, and I spent like $20, at one of the little slot machines at the bar. Like I don't gamble. Like I don't care about the money like that. So you know what I'm saying? Like yeah. Especially since I know the percentages and how often the house wins. Yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me. But it's like I said, every now and then I'll buy some lottery tickets, just for funsies. Doug, that's definitely someone else's dream. I don't see myself ever settling down and buying a house. No, I have no desire to buy a house. Now I've said, um, buying some land's a little different, and maybe I could see myself putting a little Home Depot shed on my acreage and setting it up as a place to crash or something. But yeah, I just have no desire to like own a house. No, no, no. Yeah, soul searching. I feel blessed that I was able to come out of the situation and not be like bitter. And I will say for a lot of years I just didn't face it. I was drunk all the time and things of that nature. I think some of the drinking was to cover the feelings of like because I was, raised a Jehovah's Witness. So all the people I interacted with from 0 to 20 were Jehovah's Witnesses and well known in that organization. And so when I got kicked out, one day I had hundreds of friends. The next day I had zero. So there was some stuff I had to deal with. But over time, I've been able to work through it. And once again, my belief that people, play this game called life the best way they feel they should. And so I'm not bitter at anyone for choices that they make that might push me away if they feel they're doing it for a reason. I'm not mad. If your relationship with God says, hey, Tim's doing so and so, I can't talk to him. I don't want you to talk to me. I want you to go with the higher power. So yeah, yeah. Once I got to that level, it got easier. But I did have some things to work through. But it's yeah, blessed that I came out still believing in God, still thankful for the things I learned. You know, um, while I was a Jehovah's Witness. But yeah, Derek, glad the videos on drinking and sobriety could help you out. Help you out. You're welcome. You're welcome. Glad those could help. Those mean a lot to me. And comments like that mean a lot because anything I can do to in any way to help someone in that situation, um, I appreciate it. Saeed says sometimes your stream feels like a support group, and I like it. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Boy, this is the. It's not letting me. Hang on, I gotta hit it just right. There we go. My favorite meal, NH. I don't really do favorites, but everyone knows I enjoy chicken wings, lasagna, things of that nature. John, my visit to the Philippines was cool. It was cool. I don't know if I'll ever go back. I think it was kind of a one and done, but it was cool. I went to Manila, stayed for a couple of weeks. It was fun. It was good. It was good. I'm glad I went. It was on my list of places to go. Um, so yeah, 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 yeah. I enjoyed the Philippines. Joker Alliance checking in from Korea. Love the channel and the videos. Thank you, thank you. I definitely keep it coming. Yes, James. Yeah, yeah. I'm in Colorado right now, so yeah, I would not be adverse to getting a home base here. DIA is one of my, the airports I use the most. So I would not be adverse to getting a home base here. Do they make vegan chicken wings? I think so. I think they make them out of like Brussels sprouts or something, broccoli or something. There's some like vegan chicken wings everybody's telling me to eat, but didn't check it in. How's it going? Saeed, I definitely would recommend my lifestyle to someone who had a nomadic spirit. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, if you feel like you might have a nomadic spirit, I would recommend it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it has everything in life has its ups and downs, its pros and cons. But if you're someone who likes travel and seeing new things and having new experiences, it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life. They got Beyond Chicken at KFC. Oh, I'm gonna have to go by the KFCs. Earthy, I don't know what kind of job I'll get next. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's one of the things I love about my life is it's always up in the air. Always up in the air. J.E. Lou, appreciate you saying we're encouraging. Thank you. Ranthony says, "Hey Tim, do you think everything matters?" I don't think anything really matters. So everything matters. If you know what I mean, like that's an interesting question because you have to break down like what does mattering mean? You know what I'm saying? Like what does that mean that something matters? How do you define that? Like I said earlier, if anything matters, I would say love. But does that even matter? Like, what does that mean? That it matters? You know, that's another one of those human concepts that we talk about, but we can't really define. I would say. So no, I don't really think anything matters. Like it doesn't. Like, we all know the ending. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't really know if I think anything matters. You know, everything matters. Nothing matters. It's the same thing. So, Dr. Black Life, how you doing? Oh no, you can definitely get kicked out of religions, Ellie Edwards, if you don't abide by the rules. And that's kind of my thing. If someone has an organization and they say these are the rules, if you break the rules, they have the right to kick you out. That's why for me, my relationship with God currently does not involve an organization. Because ain't nobody gonna tell Tim how he has to behave. My relationship with God is between me and him, her, it. It does not involve a group of other human beings and their rules. If yours does, cool, no shade. I always say some of the best people I know, highly religious, and it's their religion that keeps them grounded and focused. So not hating, but yeah, I totally accept that if you have an organization and you say these are the rules and I don't follow them, you have the right to kick me out. Not mad at that at all. Now you don't have the right to like say I'm removed from God or anything like that. No, you don't. But that's kind of on me if I was willing to entertain the ideal that you could say that. If you're in a religion and they kick you out and they're like, now you're removed from God, they're allowed to say that. But that's for to me, in my opinion, that's the fault's on me if I believe it. No one can tell me about my relationship with God. Nobody, nobody, nobody. People could give me advice, but nobody can tell me my relationship with God and how to do it. So that's the way I look at it. So that's why I'm not like mad or bitter. It's like, yeah, you can kick me out. It's your right, your organization. Hey, Molly, I appreciate that. Thank you. I think yeah. Let me double check that that's who that came from. Would you show me who's here? Sorry, I'm talking to my phone. Hold on, we're here. Yes, Molly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cash App Squad. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Molly. I appreciate that. Thank you. Just came through. Thank you. Tammy said, "Let's get married." I'm flattered, Tammy, but I don't. You know me. I don't do the marriage thing. I don't do the marriage thing. I'm flattered though. Flattered though. We can hang out. Oh, cauliflower wings. Yes, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Do gig apps again, Colin? I might. I thought about maybe doing some Instacarting. I actually got on the internet and I looked up like the best neighborhoods in this area, and I was like, I might go to them and turn my Instacart on and do some Instacarting in the nice areas. But I got to find my Instacart card and activate it. But yeah, I did think about it. I thought about it. Toby, there's not a certain amount of money I save up before I leave jobs. Nah, I just kind of, like I said, I'm a big saver, so I'm always saving. So I don't typically save for something. I just kind of, if I know, if I feel like yeah, I got enough money coming in, um, that I can bounce, I'll bounce. But I don't usually, I typically don't set certain amounts on things. Soy and estrogen are bad for you. Where would I be eating soy and estrogen? In cauliflower? Um, hey, I have a Facebook group, but I never use it. So yeah, my go-to food's probably chicken wings. Yeah, Bentley. I would rather write a book than a blog. A blog never ends. A blog never ends. I'd much rather write a book because then it's over. and I can get my money. A vlog never ends. Like it's ongoing. You know what I mean? And it sounds easy to say, but that's a lot of work. Anybody who has a successful blog will tell you that's a lot of work. And I think blogs are kind of going the way of the dinosaur. Mary, appreciate you saying I'm smart. I guess you were talking to me. Um, there's some interesting comments going on here. Yeah, yeah, Journey. I traded the bars for national parks. Traded drinks for kombucha. Traded Friday night partying for live streams. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And my life's way better. My life's way better. Tiffany, no, the current gas prices will not determine where I travel because I have a Prius. So yeah, I'm one of those people. I actually have a hybrid, so the gas prices plus the gas prices ain't that, dude. The gas prices here are like three something. They was five something in Arizona because I was at the national park. So yeah, I'm chill. Yeah, I still rarely look at. I look now because people talk about the gas prices, but I really don't look at the gas prices. Like you know what I mean. So it cost me an extra $40 this road trip. Like you know what I mean. Nah, nah, nah. I do not follow NFL football. The only sports I follow is WNBA basketball. Yes, go Phoenix Mercury. I gotta say it. Sophie Cunningham is that's the homie. B Duncan checking in. How's it going? Have I known anyone who started Instacarting and lost money? No. Like, how would you do that? I guess if your car broke down or something. I haven't. No, I don't know anybody who's lost money Instacarting. No. Kid Kobe, how you doing? Oh, we getting personal now about my money. I can't. And I understand why people ask about money and things like that. But yeah, I don't really talk money, so I can't. My advice is to save as much money as possible. Once again, I don't have like a set amount. I'm like, well, I'm gonna save this, then I'll leave. Like I always save money. Like I'm perpetually saving money. Um, yeah, I rock with that, Candy. Candy said, I think the ideal time to write a book is in the 60s or 70s. You have so many life experiences to write about. Plus, you can prove how a life being a humble minimalist brings much wealth. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the definitely, definitely. I think that the longer you wait, the more experiences you have to put in the book. Um, like I said, for me, it's I want to write a book that like says something, not just like a book that I can make flip and make some money off of. I wanted to say something. DDB, you're welcome. You're welcome. Says thank you, brother, for being so frank. That's what we do. That's what we do. Native Babe checking in. Hey, you're welcome, Sharon. Says thank you for your positivity. The world needs it. Thank you, and you're welcome. Anthony, the Grand Canyon was cool. Obviously, I didn't. I left early, so or earlier than I planned on. So I mean, there were some things about it. The work days and hours were too long, things of that nature. But it was cool. There was a weird vibe there, but it was cool. It was cool. I mean, it was an experience. So I'm glad I had the. I'm blessed to have had the experience. Molly said gas prices should have me using Heelys. uh, oh, here we go. Favorite battle rapper. Now I don't use the favorite word, but I'm a big fan of Easy the Block Captain. I like a lot of the ladies, obviously. So KCJ, I'm a big fan of. Coffee Brown, One Wody, shout out to her. I like Goods. There's so many. There's so many. There's so many. Danny Myers. I was a fan of Danny Myers when nobody was giving his respect. He's finally getting it. Love me some Danny Myers. I'm becoming a fan of Sue Surf. I didn't used to like him, but now that this last year or so, he showed me why he's one of the greats. So yeah, there's so many. I could talk about battle rap all night. Yeah, yeah. My thoughts on personal protection. Do what you got to do to protect you and your family. That's my views on it. That's my views on it. Do what you got to do to protect you and your family. That's what I always say. I don't judge any man or woman, um, or any human on what they decide to carry, what they got in the trunk, what they got in the stash. Like, do what you got to do to protect yourself, what you feel is right to protect you and your family. Eric celebrating 6 months of sobriety. Let's clap that up. Nice, nice, nice. Said your cool words of wisdom have helped me set me straight. Thanks, my friend. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I feel blessed to have been able to help you with that, Eric. That is awesome. Let's go. The year milestone is next. Yes. Journey. It kind of depends on the situation. You asked, do I prefer hotels, hostels, or Airbnbs? It kind of depends on the situation. I like them all. I like them all. I'm a traveler. I like them all. So it just kind of depends on the situation. F. Herrick, trust me. When it comes time to write the book, I'll have yeah. If you knew how many stories I have, if I wanted to right now, if I wanted to write a book and share stories, I could write like 3 books. Ask Cyan. Next time Cyan's on here, ask him. He'll tell you. Because when we were roommates, I would just sit around and tell stories, and he'd be like, "Bruh." He was like, "Man, you got so many stories, man." I'm like, "I'm telling y'all, I might only be 42, but I'm telling y'all, trust me. Yeah, I could fill volumes with stuff if I was inclined to." F. Eric, I've never been to the airport or the Greyhound station in Phoenix. Derek Evans, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad, thank you, Derek, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm about to crack open some ginger ale for my stomach. I'm only gonna sit. Like I didn't need this big old bottle, but it was like 99 cents. So I just need a little sip for my stomach. There we go. I'm done with this Herbamate or whatever. We just gonna sip water from now on. We just gonna sip this gallon of agua. Thank you, Derek. Super Chat's a lot. Yeah. You asked about Brittany Griner, Ellie Edwards. I'm praying for her safe return. She's supposed to get out. Someone told me in May. So yeah, I'm praying for Brittany Griner's safe return. I'm a big Phoenix Mercury fan. That's the team she plays for. I was hoping she'd be out in time for opening game, because I want to actually go to that. I'm gonna try to go to that game. I got to get this home base stuff figured out, but I'm trying to be in Phoenix on May 6th. But I don't know if she'll be out by then. But yeah, I'm sending prayers on a regular basis. Hey, I've been thinking about maybe doing some speaking. I don't know. I've been thinking about it. Eric, thank you. Super Chat Squad, let's go. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Got the little, that's the girl who I'm telling you, she's showing something. No, I'm messing with you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Super Chat Train, let's go. Thank you. Hey, and Sharon coming through. Super Chat Train. That you are inspiring. I love it. Thank you for the support. And I feel honored. If I could send some inspiration your way. I mean, that's the passion. Someone asked me earlier, what's my passion? That is the passion. So that's awesome, Sharon. I appreciate the support of a financial nature. Thank you. And I'm gonna try to keep, inspiring and motivating. The videos are coming back soon. Somebody's car alarm's going off. I love the streams, but the videos will be back soon too. But thank y'all. Super Chat Train, thank you. Gary, I am in Colorado right now. Oh, and Ron coming through. Okay. Abundance. Hashtag abundance. Hashtag, I'm writing it down. Hashtag abundance. Ron coming through. Said, treat writing your book like Dr. Dre treats the detox. Release it when the time is right. If that means 20 years from now, so be it. Facts. I'll just tell everybody I wrote a book, and then, yeah, it's coming out soon, and then it never comes out. Like Dre and the Detox. Yes, yes. Super Chat Squad, Super Chat Train. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Just maybe it'll be one of those things where I just when something hits me, I write it down, and then 10 years from now, I have a whole notebook full of stuff I wrote down, and it just becomes the book. I don't know. The universe will let me know. The universe will let me know. That's why I'm not worried about it. Oh, you had some Chipotle and it messed your stomach up, Journey? I told y'all. I told you about Chipotle. Told y'all. Too many fancy people. Not for me. Yeah, 3 bottles of kombucha is a bit much, sir. I don't know. Maybe you might want to hold that back. Hold back a little bit on that booch. Hold back a little bit. If I could make a movie out of my life, who would play me? I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, I would let my friends decide. I would let my friends decide who would be the best person to play me. I'm too involved. I wouldn't get it right. I'd end up having some like super hot, handsome movie star play me, and everybody be like, Tim, that dude is like 100 pounds heavier than you, muscular, attractive. Not it. See, I'd let my friends decide. What am I eating tonight for dinner, John? Actually, me and Cyan went to Chili's earlier, and I got a full rack of baby back ribs, but I only ate half of it, so I got a half rack of baby backs. Half rack of baby backs. Sorry, that I got a little excited. Yeah. Lakeith Stanford. I don't know who that is. He cute. He cute. Express. I've never worked at Big Ben. You just started 3 days ago and found a mouse eating through your bread in employee housing. There was actually mice in my room in the Grand Canyon. It happens. It happened. Yeah, it might suck, but it does happen in kind of national park rural areas. Yeah, it happens, and it's not typically lack of cleaning. It's just that like you have those field mice or those wood mice or whatever. If there's an open door, they're coming in. If the thing to do is to stuff a towel under your door. That's what I had to do. Because yeah, when you're living out kind of in woodsy areas, they're gonna be mice. Like you can't stop them. So yeah, don't leave any food out, and anywhere you think mice could get in, try to stop it. But yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens. Brew my own homemade kombucha. I don't even have a home to brew it in. The Denver International Airport has weak toilets. What does that mean, Anthony? What is a weak toilet? As long as the seats ain't cold and they flush, I'm good. I'm good. I'll use the airport toilet in a minute. Oh, where was I at? I was Where was I coming from? I think it was in Atlanta. It might have been in Atlanta. I blew the bathroom up. And I heard the guy who went in after me. He was like, "Oh God." I don't like using God's name in vain like that. I apologize. But that he said it. But yeah, I blew the bathroom up. It stunk. When the dude went in there, because there was like a line, the dude who went in after me, I heard him. Yeah, it was bad. I felt bad for him. He gonna get on his next plane, his next flight. They gonna look at him because the smell will probably still be on him. Yeah, I blew it up. It was bad. Why are everybody jumping on DIA now? That's my airport. I'll be at Denver International Airport. Heavy. Amoeba, I'm not a big thrill seeker. I do want to go skydiving. Just to do it. But a lot of that other stuff, nah. I'd much rather just like hike, sit by a lake. I don't really need thrill. I get thrills off of little stuff. You know what I mean? I'm hype off the little stuff. Reject. Fitness. I don't really like work out, so I don't know if fitness helps my happiness. But like, I would imagine it does for other people, kind of like what walking and hiking does for me. I think it's important to be fit and to get exercise. But I get mine kind of walking, hiking, things of that nature. And I think people who work out, that's kind of it does the same thing that stuff does for me. And I guess just kind of, it does something with your mind, it puts you in a better space. Yeah, I definitely think some kind of physical activity is needed in all of our lives. No, Aisha, I don't really drink herbal tea. I might, every now and then have a decaf green tea, but not really. Mad Gino, I fly pretty often. I've already this year. I think I've already been on. I forgot how many flights. 4 or 5 this year. I fly a lot. Like my Sky Miles are looking good. My Sky Miles are looking good because I haven't used any of them since I started flying Delta. Hashtag only fly Delta. Let's get that out there. Hashtag I only fly Delta unless I'm going overseas and Delta don't go there. But I fly Delta as far as I can, and then I might take Air Nippon or whatever. But yeah, I fly. So like I said, as soon as I get this situation figured out, home base, what I'm doing now, I'm gonna be back in the air. I'm gonna be back. I'll be back in the air. You don't like the TSA in Orlando, Molly? I've been through there. I'm trying to remember what it was like. I don't remember. Yeah, I've been through Orlando. What is that? That's MCO. Yeah, I was just there. Actually, I was there last year. I don't remember being that bad. Sometimes I think it depends on the agent. I picked Delta, Sharon, and Keisha because my first flight ever was Frontier. And for me, that was like flying a Greyhound bus in the air. It just didn't have the vibe I was looking for. For me, when I'm flying, part of the trip is the flight. So I'm not trying to be on a ghetto airline to get to my destination because that kind of ruins the trip for me, or it's not as good. So I was like, I'm gonna pick a major airline and fly with them and just stay with them because I like, I wanted to accrue. I'm like, if I pick all these different airlines, I won't be able to accrue the rewards points. So I think my dad had Delta stock when I was a kid. He might still have some. So I was like, I'll try Delta first. And ever since my first flight on Delta, it's been exceptional service. The crew was always amazing. Haven't had any issues. So I was like, I'm just gonna stick with Delta. So yeah. Spirit, no, 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 no. Shell, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm in Colorado right now. See, Molly gets it. She only flies Delta too. Tell you, sometimes you pay. It's a little extra sometimes, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I don't even know what Aeroflot is, F. Herrick. Um, I don't know. I'm telling you, man, that Frontier just did not sit right with me. And it was my first flight. So, like, I didn't even know how a flight should be, but I just knew this was not it when I was on Frontier. Because I'd never been on an airplane until I was 35. I was flying home between the seasons. Once again, I'll tell you, seasonal work changed my life so much. I'd never been in an airplane until I did like half a season at Big Sky, and I was flying home in the off season. Um, I worked the off season, but I took like a week off, week or two off to go home, and I flew. My money was a little better, so I was like, I ain't taking Greyhound, I'm gonna fly. But I still was being cheap, so I took Frontier. Like I said, I'd never been on a plane, so I didn't know what to expect, but I knew this was not it. So I think when I flew back, I took Delta, or if I'd already paid for the ticket, the next time I flew again, I took Delta, and I've been taking Delta ever since. I think once I took Alaska Air just to see what it was like because I like their Instagram page, but my bank doesn't like Alaska Airlines. So when I use my card to pay for my uh, checked bag, it shut my credit card off. It shut my debit card off. So I was like, I'll just stick with Delta. Southwest. Ooh. Okay. I mean, hey, do you, Angie? Do you? No, I've never been to a powwow, Dorothea. I don't really know what that is. So no, I've never been to one. Yeah, never. I don't. I'm not gonna say yes and be answering yes to something crazy. Yeah, yeah. I love I love the questions. It's always cool when someone comes up with a question. Then I'm like, yeah, I wonder what prompted someone to ask that. But I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, y'all. Y'all can the funny Delta acronyms. Like I said, I fly Delta all the time, and I haven't had any problems. That's why I keep flying. And even if I then my next flight have a problem, I've flown it so many times with no problems that like if I did have some issue, you know what I mean? Like I get it. But yeah, Delta's I love Delta. Anomaly, I would love to travel to Africa. Yes. I had a long talk about Ghana with an Uber driver last year. I even got like his information. Like we follow each other on Instagram and stuff, got his contact. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Africa one day. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. I'm gonna go to Africa one day. Oh, Angela, you like the free check bag with Southwest? I get you. I get you. Yeah, man. Delta's my joint. Like I get happy when I'm about to get on a Delta flight. I get happy. I see them purple uniform, man. I get happy. I'm like, here we go. Here we go. Another one. Play they kick in the they kick in that the flames up the I love it. I love it. I love being in the air. I love it. Amoeba, you definitely do not have to have the whole setup to start YouTube. You just need a cell phone. Like, you know what I mean? You just need a cell phone. And my biggest advice is to start and keep going. A lot of people never start. A lot of people start, they do 2 videos, nobody watches them, they stop. The name of the game with YouTube is content. Um, None of the tricks and techniques that you'll learn that will help you if you don't have any videos. So I'm big on just sit down on your camera and talk with yourself, with your phone, your camera, whatever. Talk, upload it, get it out there, and a lot of the other stuff you need to know, you'll learn as you go along. But yeah, you don't need all that fancy stuff. I mean, if that's the way you want to do it, cool, but you don't need it. Andreas checking in from Miami said you changed my life. Awesome, awesome. Hopefully for the better. Hopefully for the better. But appreciate you saying that. Robbie Rob checking in from South Kakalaki. Good to see you, Lady P. Lady P said good morning. Okay, you must be on a what part of the world you in, Lady P? Actually, I think I know, and I forgot. I think you told me last time. Kyle, this YouTube channel, it's had its most growth ever over the past year. But I mean, it's been steady growing in the beginning. I mean, when I first started, I didn't post too much. But then when I really start kind of posting, it had steady growth. But this last year, it's really been growing. Um, and that's kind of the thing. You hear a lot of stories of the YouTubers that blow up quickly, and I think a lot of people think it's that easy. But for every person who blows up within 6 months, there's 100,000 people who blow up in 6 years. You know what I mean? Like it's not, I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about content creation and being an influencer. It's the long game. It's the long game. And if you stick with it, it can be, to me, one of the best jobs out there. So many doors have opened for me because of doing this, but it sometimes it takes a while. It can take a while, but I mean the whole time. If you love it, you don't mind it taking a while because you're enjoying the whole process. That's why I say pick a topic to create content about that you love, because like then you don't care. Yeah, you might be like, dang, other people are blowing up quick or whatever, But if you love reviewing peanut butter and that's what your channel's about, you're going to be excited to sit down once or twice a week and review peanut butter, and you're going to get so much joy out of that. You're not going to worry as much about blowing up. If you're in it just to blow up, you're probably not going to put in the work to blow up because you're going to get burnt out. But if you're in it because you love it and you like the topic you're talking about, you'll stick with it until you blow up or until your channel gets where you want it. Shell, I've had a couple people recognize me in real life. That's mainly because I've done a lot of seasonal work content on this channel, and I go to seasonal jobs. So there's people there who, you know, started doing seasonal work because of my video. Because there's not a lot of people doing videos on seasonal work. Another YouTube tip: find stuff that nobody else is doing videos on. Do videos on it. But I mean, that's a good internet tip in general. But yeah, I've been recognized in real life. It's pretty cool. It's actually super cool. It's actually super cool. Kyle, I listen to all types of music. Rap, hip hop, country, classic rock. Not a big R&B fan, but I will listen to a lot of different types of music. King Dino Sports Betting says you're the most positive person I know. Thank you, thank you. I'll take that. We'll take that. How do you deal with stress and anxiety about the future, especially if you expect something bad is headed your way? Um, I try to, as much as possible, not focus on it. A lot of times we don't even have any good data that there's something bad headed our way, and we get all worked up. But if you do know, like, oh, this is going to happen, um, not dwelling on it, and like like this whole stream's kind of been about, life's a game. It's not serious. Even when bad things happen, I know in life I'm going to enjoy the good times and endure the bad times. The reason I do air quotes is like nothing is really good or bad. We just make it so. But if there's something that I think is going to happen in the future that's going to cause me pain and suffering, I just have to endure it. Like it doesn't mean anything. It's just an event. It's just something. It just is. I just have to endure it. You know what I mean? Worrying about it isn't going to change it if it's like going to happen. But most of the things we worry about never happen. And when they do happen, we just figure out what to do. So it's like, why am I going to spend the time I still have before this happens worrying about it and stressing about it when it happens? I just have to figure out how to endure it. Like and it might not ever happen. So that's what I try not to be all worked up about the future. The future is going to do what it's going to do. The universe has got me. It's going to help me, the best way possible. I just gotta endure it, And hey, if it's really bad, I won't be able to endure it. I'll have to check out. I'll have to tap out the game. That's fine too. That's fine too. I think a big part of it is not being super concerned about what happens to me in the future. If you're super concerned about what happens to you in the future, you'll be super worried about the future. I'm not really all that concerned about what happens to me in the future. I hope, I'm able to live a lot longer and do things I love with people I love. If not, that's fine too. I'm so blessed to have made it to 42 and have been able to do the things and experience the things and interact with the people I've been able to interact with. They could take me tomorrow. I'm good. I'm good. There might be a couple things I'm like, I wish I could have done that this life. But I'm always saying to myself, if not this life, the next one, like whatever, So I think that's a big part of it too. When you're not super concerned about what happens to you, you don't get super worried, like whatever, here's one I'll give you. I am not the slightest bit worried about nuclear war. I am not the slightest bit worried about nuclear war. I don't think it's going to happen, but even if it did, I am not the slightest bit worried about us blowing each other off this planet. I promise you, if I turned the news on and they were like, the nukes are coming, I would not be the slightest bit worried. I'll just move on to my next existence quicker. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. It's not serious. It's a game. You know? Yeah, that nuclear war one. Like whenever I hear people freaking out about that one, I'm just like, well, it's going. It would be instantaneous, people. Why are we worried about it? But yeah, that's hopefully that answer was helpful. Singapore Airlines, okay, very upscale, okay. Robbie Rob, no, I don't really rock with almond butter. I don't even know what I would eat it on. Dr. Geek, I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed. Diversity likes the shirt. Okay, yeah, I've worn this one a lot. It might be time to swap this one out. It might be time to swap this shirt out. Molly, you watch people tweeze their armpits on YouTube? No judgment. No judgment. Anthony, I don't have a favorite vegetable, period. I don't, yeah. King Dino, yeah, I travel place to place, work seasonally. Also blessed to have some, online income coming in. So that helps. But yeah, travel place to place, hang out, work seasonally, it's a pretty cool life. I can't complain. I can't complain. You know what I mean? I can't complain. Shape my space. Exactly. You never know what will blow up. I'm telling you. Record everything and put it on the internet. Especially like when you first start your channel, because there's no expectation from anyone of what your channel's about. Like once your channel's been around for a while, if you do stuff like that, people will start unsubscribing. I thought this channel was about so and so. They do it to me all the time. I love when people unsubscribe and feel the need to tell you they unsubscribed. No judgment. If that's how they play this game called life, cool. Um, if they think their actions are that important, I understand. But yeah, in the beginning, there's no expectation about what your channel's about. So you can upload everything and then just sit back and see what pops. Like I tell you, people will. That's why shorts are so awesome. That's why shorts are so awesome because, you just record the dog playing with a cucumber and 20,000 people watch it. That's why TikTok is so amazing because you can blow up on TikTok quicker than like any other platform. One TikTok can catapult you to stardom. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I say record everything, upload it. You know what I mean? Um, Throw it against the wall, see if it sticks. Let's go. What is going on? Okay, cool. That's what I said I was gonna watch. That Boba Fett show. I said I was gonna watch that. I'm meaning to get rid of Netflix. I gotta watch that Taylor Tomlinson special, and then I can get rid of Netflix, and then I might get what was that, Disney Plus? Yeah. DJ Kelly, I don't not believe in astral projection and dream travel. I mean, some of that stuff's never happened to me, but I don't. I would never say I don't believe it could happen. Amoeba, I got no desire to go in space and look for other life forms. No desire. No desire. Like I've never cared. You believe in aliens? I'm like, if they show up, I will. I'm not gonna say they're not out there, but like I really have no desire to, go in space. See, there's so much to do on this planet. Why am I trying to get off it? Like I'll be off it soon enough. Trust me. When I'm a moonbeam over the planet Zarthon, then I'll see some aliens. I'll see some Zarthonians. But yeah, I got no desire to go in space. T, what made me decide to start a YouTube channel? My first channel, which is still around, but there's really nothing too much on it now. I don't know what prompted me to start it. People ask me that all the time, and I'm like, I don't remember. I don't know what made me think that because video. I mean, I started that channel in like 2010, 2011. So I'm like, I don't remember what made me be like, this is something I should do. But back then, we didn't realize YouTube would become what it is now. We just thought it was another like social media platform, like, Facebook or something. So I didn't have this ideal of like, oh, I'll upload videos and get subscribers, and there was no thought of monetization back then. It was just like putting something on Facebook, but it was a longer video. So, but I don't know what made me decide to do it. I think my first video was a comic book haul video, and followed shortly by some North Dakota oil rig videos because I worked on the oil rigs for a little bit. Um, I've taken all those videos down now because I don't believe in fracking. But something just made me do it. Um, and I didn't start on this type of content. I started doing like comic book stuff. I did the North Dakota stuff. Let me get more in the camera. I did a bunch of other stuff, but then I saw around 2014, because I started that channel in like 2010, 2011. Around about 2014, it was 2011. Around about 2014, I started putting more like minimalism content. That's when I started discovering minimalism and simple living. And I started seeing me put more of that content out. And I was like, well, let me just make a channel just for that. And that's where this channel came from. So yeah, on this channel, I wanted to put this type of content out. Yes. But when I first started YouTube, no, I had no concept, but I wasn't even doing any of this stuff, I'm going to make a shirt that says I don't do favorites. Yeah, TikTok is amazing, Coach Erica. A lot of people poop on TikTok, but it's amazing. You'd like to do an interview? Hit me up on either my email or my social media. We'll talk. Seriously. Ho boss, I can't do anime. I want to do anime. I try to get into anime. I can't do anime. It just don't. 5 minutes in, I'm like I watched the live version of Cowboy Bebop and loved it. So I was like, ooh, let me go back and watch the anime. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. Dorothea, is it cold where I'm at? It snowed yesterday. So, but today it was like 50. Opara, you make a good point. Like some people who have kids and things like that, um, you might worry a little more about nuclear war, things of that nature. Um, what you mean? I don't have kids, but I do have loved ones. But I just believe that when this life is over, we all move on to another existence. So that's what kind of frees me up to not worry about what would happen if there's a nuclear war and we're all vaporized. We'll all just move on to our next existence. The same way I view my life is the same way I view the life of my loved ones. Like, we'll meet in some form or fashion again. The love that we have I don't think is broken ever. You know what I mean? Like, so I got people that I'll miss, but if I'm dead, I can't miss them. So yeah, that's the way that my views on all of this frees me up to not worry about it, for me or for other people. But I get it's different when you got kids. I feel like, or that's what people tell me. I never watched the show Yellowstone, Robbie. No, I heard a lot about it, but I never watched it. F. Eric, I think Airbnb might work for you for 9-month rental. It just depends on your area. Some areas, I'll admit, Airbnbs are overpriced. Some areas are not. It just kind of depends on your area and what you're looking for. Just Shell checking in. Nikki Sunshine, you had Netflix for 3 years? I get Netflix for like a month and I watch everything I want to watch, then I get rid of it. Molly, your son is brilliant. You know what I mean? That's just it. If it happens, we're all gone, so why worry about it? We probably won't even know about it. He's like, man, it's hot in here. What's that noise? You know what I mean? I ain't worried. Come on, man. Come on, man. They got to come better than that to scare me. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Iodine. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Your son's right. That ain't gonna work. Pythagoras says, how do you deal with the fact that people with a financial drive get rewarded more in society rather than socially service? For example, selling donuts versus volunteering. Um, I just realized that's the way it is. That's the way society is set up these days. I wish it wasn't that way, but like it is. I just do a lot of like letting go and surrendering. Because it's not going to change it. Me getting mad about it. We just live in a society where a lot of people are money hungry. That's their god. You get rewarded for chasing the almighty dollar way more than you get rewarded for helping people. On that level, I also realized too that like when you do more to help others, you get rewarded. Like people who chase money, they're driven for financial gain, get rewarded more financially and in those arenas. But people who do more to help others get rewarded more in that space. You know what I mean? If I'm in it for the love and I'm in it to help people, I get more love back than someone selling donuts and becoming a millionaire. So on the one hand, I realize our society is set up that way and that happens, but also I realize too that like there are a lot of rewards in this life people can't see. It might look like someone's not getting any rewards from society, but they have more love in their life and in their heart than anyone else. Or they sleep soundly every night because they know they're doing everything they can to help their fellow man. So yeah, I think the rewards are there. A lot of times we just can't see them. But even a lot of the rewards that other people get in the whole money realm, it's just the way the world is. Like, a lot of things I wish were different. On this planet, in this universe, they're not. You know what I mean? Like, maybe 100 years from now, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I just let a lot of stuff go. Like, you know what I mean? I just can't bear all of it. Yeah, James, drinking straight off the jug. Yeah, Carol, we still going. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. We still here. 81 said, watch Psychopath. I can't do anime. It just don't. I just can't do it. I wish I could. I wish I could. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of anime. I'm like, oh, I wish I could watch that, but it's just never, never works. Yeah, and that makes sense, Coach Erica. A lot of times we're not afraid of the dying; we're afraid of the suffering. We're afraid of the suffering, and I get that. Like, no one wants to suffer, um, but it's just like if it happens, it happens. Worrying about it and being afraid of it ain't gonna. There's not some ledger somewhere that's like, oh, okay, Timothy worried 1,500 hours about suffering, so we're gonna wipe the suffering away that we had planned for him. You know what I mean? No, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Like we have this ideal that if we don't worry about it, it's gonna happen to us. I think that's why we worry so much. It's like, if I don't worry about it, if I just let go, then it might happen. Nah, it's just as likely to happen whether you worry or whether you don't worry. Actually, it's probably more likely to happen if you worry about it because you'll manifest it. So that's like, hey, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'll deal with it when it happens. I can't. You know what I mean? It's just I can't worry. Like I'm trying to be happy now. How many plaid shirts do I have, Giselle? Two. This one and my red one. Yeah, two. I do like this type of pattern. I like this. I like this. When I get a shirt to replace this one, it will probably be green, but the same pattern. Yeah, yeah. I'm very simple. BC Stan, how you doing? Yeah, I've got that philosophy professor shirt going. Look going on. You know what they say about those philosophy professors? I don't know what they say. I just I just like to make people's minds go, what do they say? What do they say? That's a good point too, Derek. You know, you don't need a reward for your generosity. You're just being generous to be generous. I think you know you will get rewarded, but yeah. Penny said, "How do you?" Said, "Hello, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Thanks for asking. How did you get the confidence to live a nomad life? Um, it helped that I just wasn't feeling fulfilled in my former life or the way I was living my life formerly. Um, you know, it wasn't a bad life, but I just wasn't happy. So it was like I remember I was just like, hey, even if this nomad thing doesn't work out, it will be exciting trying to get my old life back. You know, if I fall flat on my face and I end up back here broke with nothing because I subleased my apartment, I sold my car, all that. I was like, well, at least it'll be exciting getting my life back. You know, because it just it honestly, wasn't like just I got the because I was super scared, I was super nervous, but it was just like, what's the alternative? Stay doing this? Like I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna try this. So I don't know if I ever. Once again, I'm always like, you can't get over the fear of something or really get the confidence. I didn't really have full confidence in nomad living till I'd done it a while and realized I could do it. A lot of times in life, you just have to do, and then the confidence or getting over the fear comes later. Because just sitting at the house, you can't. There's too many unknown variables. You haven't done it. You can't figure it out. You can't get over the fear of the unknown because it's unknown. So it was just kind of like you have to do it. But for me, it helped. Yeah, the alternative. I was just like, well, that'd be. I've been doing this. I'd done the alternative. I was like, I might as well try this nomad thing. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work out. I just come back home and have an adventure, getting my apartment back and another car. I just kind of looked at it that way. It very much was like that journey. Life is a journey kind of mentality. I wasn't too worried about what could happen. If it didn't work out, I would just figure out how to, get my old life back. It's all part of the journey. It's all part of the experience. Hey, it's the thought that counts. Thoughts that counts, and you're welcome. And many blessings to you as well. Thank you. Debbie checking in from Florida. How can I quit the right race to be free like you? That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question, Debbie. Um, I don't know if we can get. I mean, there's so many steps. So many steps. I think it starts with identifying you want to quit, um, killing your bills, getting your bills low, trying to get out of debt, and then identifying a way you think you can do it that'll work for you. Putting in the research, figuring out like how do I want to do it. Because I think it's very personal for every. We're all different, so the way one person quits won't be the way someone else does. So I think just getting that mindset where you're like, hey, I got to get up out of here. Let me figure out how, and then putting the time and effort in and researching and figuring out like how you're going to do it. But yeah, that's a kind of too big a question for the stream. But I think I'm gonna do a new video about it, so stay tuned for that. Mick A, yes, I worked at Glacier National Park in 2018. Um, it was great. I highly recommend it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I say go for it. I say go for it. Yeah, Glacier was cool. Glacier is beautiful. Like Glacier is breathtakingly beautiful. It's worth it. Take the risk. Brandon just found the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the journey. Can't wait to go back to van life. Nice. Revolving Battle Fox. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad. Super Chat Squad. Good to see you. Says, hey, Tim, we had a house fire and had to be out of the house for 3 months. I think I may go back to a more minimalist approach, starting with clothes. Hey, sorry to hear about the house fire, by the way. Sorry to hear about that. But yeah, it leading you to I see a lot of people, natural disasters, fires of that nature, kind of they realize, having so many possessions maybe from that moment on isn't the move. So I think maybe that's a small silver lining to that cloud is might make you see like, yeah, maybe moving forward, I don't want to have so many possessions. Um, I'd like to be able to, in a 5 minute window, grab all my important stuff and run out the house if I need to, and not have so much stuff spread all over the house. I don't know where all this, you know what I mean? Like I see a lot of that. That's one thing when I watch, especially with like the wildfires, on the West Coast sometimes, and I just see people are like, hey, we had like 5 minutes and we had to be out and we grabbed as much as we could. Um, and sadly, a lot of times, there's a lot of stuff they missed. And that always inspires me to continue to live minimally because I'm like, you give me 5 minutes, I can get it all. I can get it all. Not to laugh talking about that subject, but yeah. Sorry to hear about the house fire. Sorry to hear about that. Yeah, that can't be good. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, like I said, hey, maybe come out of this a minimalist. Prayers for you and your family, definitely. Mickey, you're gonna do it. Nice. Go for it. Yes. Journey. I went to New York City when I was like 5, so I haven't been as an adult. No. I do want to go back though. I do plan on going for like a weekend. Yeah. John resigned on January 31st. Nice. Nervous at first, but yeah, we're supposed to be free. We're supposed to be free. You know what I mean? Once again, we are supposed to live free and not have our lives dictated to us by a boss. Nah, the way we've set up society, in my opinion, is so off. So off. So kudos to you, John. Glad you got some freedom out there. Daniela, people ask me a lot like the best seasonal job. I've only worked at like 6, and there's literally hundreds. So, and a job I love, you might go there and hate. So I never answer that question. My advice is to go on coolworks.com and just like look around and find 5 to 10 jobs you think you might like for the fall, winter, and apply for them. Because I mean, yeah, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of seasonal positions. There's no way I could, you know, tell you which one you would like. What's a CBU box? I don't know what that is, TDI. What's a CBU box? My plans for the weekend, Aisha? I don't really know. I do want to do some walking. It's supposed to be really nice this weekend. So hopefully I can get down in some nature and do a little hiking, a little walking around. Um, but other than that, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Cookie K said the goal this year is to declutter. Nice. It's your girl China. What's up? What's up? What's up? New subscriber. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the journey. Think about living on the road. I'm a trucker, so I'm already mentally ready. I love being on the road. Hey, yeah, you miles ahead of everybody else. Go for it. Go for it. You're already well acquainted with the road. You love being on the road. You know the ins and outs of the road. Go for it, China. Go for it. Let us know what happens. The Aisha been busy cooking, walking the dog, cleaning. Oh, tired just reading that comment. uh, Giselle needs to go find a beach to go jet skiing on. Okay, okay. Yeah, Cali. Start jet skiing once a month. Okay. Jeanette says, Tim, do you have a good support group other than those of us online? Actually, I do. I got some really good friends that I actually call them like my life counsel. Um, and yeah, if I need someone to, I got my dad as well. If I got something I'm going through and I need, backup or support, they're there. So I do feel really blessed with that. Yeah, I got some people in my life that I know have my best interest at heart, and they're always there if I need to call or Marco Polo them or text them and talk or run something by them, they got me. So yeah, I blessed to have a really good group of friends that support me. Yeah, blessed, big blessed on that one. Oh, a PO box. Okay, that's what you mean. Oh, well, now I forgot what the question was. I gotta go back and see what your question was, TDI. Um, I would say get the PO box before you move into the camper. Um, while you still probably have the things you need to get one. I don't know a lot about PO boxes because the only time I've had a PO box was in areas where they didn't really need anything from you. They was just like show us your ID and give us $45. I had one in Alaska. Me and my buddy D-Walk, we split a PO box, and it was in Moose Pass, Alaska. So yeah, there was no requirements. They was just like, oh, you're gonna be working here, we'll get you a PO box. And then I had one in Grand Canyon. They just needed to see my work ID and like my driver's license. So I'm not really sure how it works in the real world. But I would venture that yeah, maybe your best bet would be to get one while you still, had a sticks and bricks home and address and all that. That might make it easier. Financial conversations with Brian. Quit the rat race years ago. Never going back to work for the man. Nice, nice. T says, was your family and friends supportive in the way you wanted to change your life at the time of your transition from your old way of living? How did they think or feel about it? Um, I think some of my friends didn't totally get it, but nobody really like threw up any resistance. And like I said, my family is, my dad is pretty much the only person in my immediate family I talk to on a regular basis, and he's always been like very open minded, and he's always taught you live your life. My parents never, other than religion, really tried to dictate. My dad has never tried to dictate how I live my life. So there were some people who didn't really get it, but nobody came at me like you shouldn't do that. Honestly, people like that wouldn't be in my life. They wouldn't be my friends because everybody who knows me knows Tim's gonna do what Tim's gonna do. So yeah, there's some people who didn't get it, and they came back later and was like, "Yeah, I didn't get it in the beginning, but I see what you're doing now." But yeah, I didn't really have anyone who resisted it because I don't have people in my life like that, to be honest. Hey, Chelsea P, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Super Chat Squad. Super Chat Squad, I appreciate that. And I'm gonna skip saying this word because I might get flagged if I say it. Says, do you think S word would be justified if you didn't want anything out of life, if you wanted to die? Um, he said having trouble to want things out of life is to live. I have weird views on this, Chelsea. As someone who was in a position like this and who kind of came out of it. And actually, it was before I even came out of it, I said I wasn't going to do it for my parents. I wasn't going to attempt it anymore for my parents. Um, I'm not one of those people who say, oh, you have to. Like, I want anybody in that space to get help and come out of it like I did. I do. But I'm not mad at anybody for thinking that way because, like, we all die one day. I'm not one of those people who think it's a sin and you're going to hell. Do I want to see anybody do it? No. But, like, I have no right to tell you how to live your life. You know what I mean? So like I don't judge people. I don't know, I don't know what someone's going through and what led them to that choice, so I can't judge them. But I do wish like something would change. I want you to want to live and stick around. I want you to be like life's amazing. I'm glad I'm here. I want that for everybody because that's our natural state. But I understand sometimes we're not all in that state, and I can't judge anyone's actions when they're in that state. but I want everybody to be here and enjoy this life as much as possible while they're here, because I think that's why we're here. Yes, Super Chat Squad, thank you, appreciate that, appreciate the support, and hopefully that was a good answer. Have I noticed any difference on my channel since it's growing? Not really. Um, no, I don't really think I've known anything that, oh, that's different now, from other than from like maybe like not any standpoint of from other people. There's different things when it comes to creating content now, but I haven't really noticed anything from other people. No. Aisha said, "What's your thoughts on someone who earns 100K but tries to live below the poverty line?" I think that's smart. Live below your means. I think that's super smart. Like, I think that's super smart. You know, so many people make poverty money and try to live like they got 100K. You know what I mean? Ron, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. He said, "Giving creates abundance." Super Chat Squad, thank you, Rod. Super Chat Train. I totally agree. Totally agree. Generosity is on my list of the 10 things that if you start to cultivate in your life will change your life. Generosity is on my list. Um, give, tip good, give. I've seen once I try to regularly donate to charity, things of that nature. I've seen that when I really just started, and you don't do it for that reason, but the more you give, the more you get back. I mean, it's the way this universe is set up. It's just the way it's set up. You get back what you give, and that works with monetarily too. Yeah. When I started giving and being generous, I found like I started having the money I needed. That's just the way this universe is set up. You know what I mean? So I totally agree. Super Chat Squad, thank you, Ron. Thank you. Ho Boss, there are tons of entry level jobs in Yellowstone. Pretty much all the jobs are entry level, other than like maintenance. Pretty much all the jobs are entry level. Yeah. Once again, there's so many jobs and companies. Like even in Yellowstone, there's so many different jobs. I would just hop on CoolWorks and type Yellowstone in the search box and just see the jobs that come up. Which right now there might not be as many because they've probably been doing a lot of their hiring, but there's probably still a lot. Hey, appreciate you saying that, Derek. Yeah, I'm glad I'm still around too. I'm glad I'm still around too. I'm glad I got through those times, and especially for my parents' sake, because I was putting them through it. Yeah, I'm glad I got through those times too. There's a guy who moved into his work cubicle to shell because he couldn't pay rent. Wow. Yeah, that's going badly. Yeah, he got evicted 4 days later. Yeah, you can't move into your work cubicle. That's depressing right there. Even if they let him stay in his work cubicle, so now he's going to be in a cubicle 24/7. That them kicking him out was probably the best thing that could happen. He's going to go find a better job now. All those jobs, Hobos at Yellowstone, are housing included. There's no housing like where they have to give you housing in Yellowstone because there's no housing other than company housing. Like you can't live in Yellowstone. You know what I mean? So like they have to give you housing. So they're all housing included. Um, is it hard to find real friends? I think it takes work. Though I do think I know for me a lot of the good friends in my life now just happened. I walked into work one day and they were there, and we started talking, and now we're friends. I do think it takes work. Um, I do think there'll be sometimes people in your life that you think could be real friends and they're not. But I think it does take some work, but I think it just kind of falls into place. The universe will send you what you need. It'll just be a random Tuesday. You sit next to the right person on the train. Y'all start talking. 2 weeks later, you're best friends. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of it just happens, but it does take work. Praveen, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad, thank you, Praveen. Good to see you. Super Chat Squad, thank you, Praveen. Thanks. Mary, I am in Colorado right now. Can do. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, Michelle, we still live. It's Friday night. Hey, Aisha, I'm glad the channel could help you get out that depressed state. That's a blessed. Boy, this one. What do they call those? I can't get it. Dang it. There we go. Very persistent. Red Man, how's it going? Yes, Molly. Sorry to hear about your sister. Prayers. The typical interview process, Tino, at a seasonal job, they call you up and you talk for about 20 minutes. It's the easiest interview you'll ever do. Sometimes they do Skype. The easiest interview you ever do. It's not. It's very, they talk about the job. Sometimes they ask you those questions that everybody asks you. The easiest interviews you'll ever do. Tino, in seasonal work, most times they don't care about experience because a lot of people come in there. You get a lot of kids come there who've never had a job before. So no, experience usually isn't. Yeah, they usually don't care. No, they usually don't care. They'll train you. I gotta eat oatmeal raisin cookie. I don't know why that sentence tickled me. Daniela, starting your first seasonal job, Yellowstone this summer. Nice. Yeah, it's good to break out of that traditional life. It's fun. Hold on a second, folks. I gotta get this cookie down. I don't know why eating this cookie is so funny to me. Hey, J.E. Edwards, thank you. Cash App Squad, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Sorry I didn't see that till just now. Sorry, it was very unprofessional. I'm sorry. I had to get my sugar back up. Here we go. Okay. All right, we're back. Do I ever encounter any animals on my hikes? Deer, elk. Ran across a moose once. Never anything, dangerous. Not, yeah. The one time I came across an animal that was dangerous, I really don't know what it was. It was in the bushes, and this was in Alaska, and like it was in the bush. This is probably the scariest I've ever been on a hike. I literally started running because like either side of the trail was like really grown up, so you couldn't see what was in the bushes beside you, and I just heard it coming. And it was coming. It probably was like a boar or something, but I just broke out running. And I never saw what it was. But yeah, normally I don't run across anything Normally, animals leave you alone. You know what I mean? They say that bears see you more than you see them, and they just leave you alone. So yeah, I've never come across anything dangerous. The only time I've seen bears hiking, they were way off in the distance. Hey Jane, appreciate you saying that. Appreciate you saying that. Robbie, I've worked for staffing agencies, temp agencies many times. Yeah, yeah, I'm all for temp agencies and staff agencies. I'm about to look into some here while I'm here. I see you judging you judging the way I bite my cookies you show. I'm joking. I'm joking. Ho boss, if you interview with the Y 3 weeks ago and they didn't call you back yet, just call them back. I would just call them and be like, hey, just wonder what happened. Thanks. Sorry to hear that, James. Wow. But glad you like the Colorado videos. It's an old man cookie. Oatmeal raisins. I'm gonna tell you why I got oatmeal raisin. Okay, why I got these old man cookies, according to Kaylin. Uh, all the chocolate chip. I wanted chocolate chip cookies. I went to King Supers, which I'm not a fan of anymore. All the chocolate chip cookies, like this is the container. All the chocolate chip cookies were like all beat up, and they had chocolate like all smeared all over them. Like I looked at all because I was like, I want chocolate chip cookies. All the chocolate chip cookie boxes were like all beat up and they had chocolate smeared all over them. I'm like, who, like, what? I couldn't, so I had to get oatmeal. It was weird. I said, I ain't coming here no more. This is too ghetto. I ain't coming here no more. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Jeremy's Closet, aka Alaskan RC guy. Thank you. Super Chat Squad, good to see you. Said Tim doing the ASMR cookies and milk. There was no milk, sir. You will never see me drink milk. You will never see me drink milk. Thank you, Super Chat Squad. I appreciate the support and the love. Good to see you. Yeah, I'll do the cookies in the water. I don't do milk. Mm-mm. Have I seen a grizzly in Yellowstone? I don't think I saw a grizzly in Yellowstone. No, I've seen many bison in Yellowstone. Um, I don't think I've seen I don't think I've seen a grizzly in Yellowstone. No. Mm-mm. Derek's thought of becoming a Sasquatch before. Okay, okay. You know, early in the morning when you can't sleep, you have some weird thoughts. I get it. Hey, Marshall family says, Yo, Tim, I want to thank you for your beach walk and talk a while back about the waves. Very moving, very inspirational. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Glad you liked that one. That was a moment for me. I'm telling you, that was a moment. I wish I could go back to that moment. I need to rewatch that video so I can. That was a moment. Yeah, that was. I'm telling you, sometimes I go places and I'm like, oh, this is why I was sent here. This is why I'm here. That was a moment. The waves go in, the waves go out. It don't. You know what I mean? The waves go in, the waves go out. Like it's a game. Come on, yeah. Glad you like that. Thank you. Silver Lumberjack. Any thoughts on Gary V getting divorced? That threw me when I seen him posting because he never posts that type of stuff. So when he posts with his new girlfriend, I seriously like had to step back for a minute. Like I had a moment. I was just like, I'm like, that's not. At first, I was like, oh, that's his wife. Then I'm like, wait, that's not his wife because I'd never seen his wife. He never posts stuff like that. Then I'm like, that's not his. I started reading the comments and everybody's like, that's not his wife. And I'm like, my man Gary V got divorced. I don't know. It was weird. But I'm like, I respect like he doesn't have to talk about it. I respect that he showed us he was in a different relationship. But yeah, I still don't know totally how I feel about it. I would have preferred he was still married just for my own mental. Because now I think about it, I'm like, you know what I think happened? I think the pandemic when he was home a lot more. I think they just didn't mesh. Maybe this is total speculation, but like I think they had a great relationship when he was gone all the time, except for certain times, and then when he was home all the time, I think maybe they were just like, which a lot of couples I feel were just like, you know what, I just don't think this is it, you know. So I don't know, but I'm glad he found new love. Oh, sorry, I didn't offer y'all no cookies. I'm sorry. You're right, Giselle. Take one, pass it down. Pass it down. What jobs have I done through temp agencies? Lots of like hotel jobs. Um, I've worked at a printing press before, not a printing press, but like a printing press, like it's 1863 at the printing press, Gutenberg's printing press, the Gutenberg Bible. Um, that was good. Gutenberg. Sorry. That was good. One of the first books printed. Okay. He's so Gutenberg. It's the cookie, folks. I'm sorry. What else have I done? I've done lots of jobs with temp agency. A lot of them were years ago, so I don't totally remember. But I've done a lot of stuff. Some warehouse stuff, I believe. I think. Have I? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, yeah. DK Crypto. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm well. I am enjoying it in Colorado. Yes, I am. Bake my own cookies. I don't even have an oven. Rick's Gypsy hitting the road in April. Nice, nice. I'm with you. Yeah, let's see as much of the country as possible. Somebody said oat milk. I'm behind on these comments. Where we at? I gotta get caught up. Oh yeah, T. There's always mishaps working with strangers. I just don't pay people attention. Like I'm. They can try that. Oh, I'm the boss. If you ain't my boss, I just don't listen. You know me. I'm. It's easy for me. People try to boss me. I just don't listen. What are they gonna do? They're not the boss. Sometimes I don't even listen to the boss. I'll be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm very just if Tim ain't gonna do it, Tim ain't gonna do it. So it don't. Yeah, I don't get swayed by people fake bosses. I just don't do it. I just look at them. If you go do that, I'm like, I mean, what are they gonna do? You know what I mean? Like I just yeah, I'm. It don't bother me. There might have been something in that cookie. There might have been something in that cookie. I was giggling there for a minute, folks. Y'all saw how much I was giggling? There might there might have been something in that cookie. I accidentally grabbed the medicated cookie. Yes, yes. If it's an accident, it doesn't count. I enjoy life, man. Like I'll tell you, I get cracked up over silly stuff, but I think some stuff would just be funny to me. Shout out to you, Chris. Married to the same woman, 34 years. Okay. Oh, what happened to my hand? This was from making beds at the Grand Canyon. I meant to show y'all this. This was from making beds at the Grand Canyon. This I busted like all these knuckles because they had these very like square end tables that were like connected to the walls right by the beds, and they had very sharp edges. And every time you were trying to do like the top of the beds, you would hit your knuckles on it. So I started having to like wear gloves, and that kind of, for some reason, putting the gloves on, even though they were just like little latex gloves, did enough to like stop it from happening. But in the beginning, like it was even catching this part of my hand. Like that's for making beds at the Grand Canyon. All those busted knuckles. The first 2 weeks was crazy. It was crazy. I meant to show y'all that. Hey, Heavenly Bradshaw, love that name. Says marry me. I'm not a bugaboo. We don't have to live together. Non-traditional loving. Okay, okay. I'm liking this. I'm liking you on IG. I mean, I don't. I'm not going to do married. I can't marry anybody. But I'm liking this. Non-traditional loving. That sounds appealing. Super Chat Squad. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm serious. Hit your boy up on IG. I love the name too. Heavenly. So I appreciate the love and the support. Thank you, thank you. Praveen's like, I hope you're okay. I'm good. I'm good. Some of these cookies. Michelle said, do you laugh more after quitting drinking? I think I have more natural like joy after quitting drinking. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think I have more natural joy. I used to get hype drunk and stuff like that, but I think I have more natural joy now that I'm sober. Yeah, totally. Because I don't have all that shame and guilt and all that other stuff going on, you know, that I had going on drunk. So yeah, I think I definitely do more giggly, laughy stuff like that now than when I was drinking. Why do old motels have carpet on the floor and new motels have no carpet on the floor? I be trying to stay in I be trying to stay in hotels that are a little nicer. Yeah. I used to stay in the Motel 6 and there was no carpet on the floor. I know what you're talking about. But I try to keep it carpet. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe carpet's expensive. Yeah, my hands got all busted up. It was crazy. Nothing wrong with the Motel 6, Eric. They ain't got carpet on the floor. The rooms are bare. You know what I mean? I used to stay at the motel in Bozeman. I used to stay. About to do it again. I used to stay at the Motel 6 all the time when I first got to Bozeman. Then I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna start staying at other places. I'm not hating on the Motel 6. I'll go back if I have to. Um, I just, I don't know. I don't think I've ever stayed in a Red Roof Inn. You know, I'm yeah. You know me. You give me a nice, something with the, Hilton, something. Give me, something with the Wyndham name on it. I've stayed at Comfort Inns before. Yeah, definitely stayed at Comfort Inns. Mary says you're so chill and relentlessly optimistic. Yes. I'm guessing you have Sagittarius placements in your birth chart. I have no clue, Mary. I don't know what any of that means. People tell me I'm a Scorpio. That's all I know. But then they're like, yeah, but there's this other. I don't. None of that means anything to me, Mary. So I don't know. Favorite hotel to stay in? I don't do favorites, but there's hotels. I don't have a certain chain. Actually, I take that back. I really like the Element hotels. I really like the Elements, but they're expensive. So if you ever see me in an Element hotel, I'm treating myself. I wouldn't say they're my favorite, but I really like them. Like if they were regular price, I'd probably stay at the Element. I'd be at the Element right now if it wasn't so expensive. Um, but it's more I have in certain cities. I usually have a particular hotel I like to stay in, as opposed to having a chain I like best. But I really do like the Element hotels. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of more of has like a upscale businessy vibe. So I kind of like that as a solo traveler. Retro Epic Plays. Hello. I mean, you can ask me about astrology. I just don't know nothing about it. Yeah, yeah, Tasha. Hotels with you can't do motels with carpet. Oh, you don't know what's living in the floor. I would like that's. Yeah, I get the carpet's nasty, but I don't know. I just don't like hardwood floors. I don't know. Trust me, I work in hotels. I know all the nastiness that's in the carpet. Trust me, I know. I know. Hotels. I've stayed in some hostels. I usually get my own room in a hostel though. Yeah, I stay in hostels, but I'll get my own room. I don't do the living in the bunkhouse with everybody else. Yeah, yeah, Diane, we doing a little Friday night chat. We got time now. Christine, how's it going? We got time now. We was working before. We got time to chat now. Oh, I ain't scared of bed bugs, Robbie. I know how to find. I know what to look for. I've been in the hotel business what 7 years now. Oh, we know all about bed bugs. Yeah, we know all about it. We didn't dealt with them. Had to heat them out. Yeah, we know how to look for them. Yeah, man. Hotels, yeah, there's tons of hostels in America. They're not as cost effective. They're not as cheap as in other parts of the world. They're not as inexpensive, I should say. But yeah, there's lots of hostels in America. Cherokee, how you doing? Yeah, man, I ain't scared of. I ain't trying to deal with. I'm not excited when I see bed bugs. But I ain't too worried about it. It's one of those things too. You can't be super. As many hotels as I stay in, you can't go around worried about that. You won't never sleep. Nah, Steve, I don't check. I know, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't. I've been in more hotels. I be into hotels so much, like I couldn't. If it happens, it happens. We know how to get rid of them. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I mean, I know how to check for them. I just don't like. I'm not one of those people. I stay in too many hotels to get worked up about it. It depends, Eric. On occasion, I've gotten the weekly rate. Sometimes there's some places where if I stay a lot and they know me, I'll get a weekly rate. But usually I just go through like hotels.com or booking.com. Yeah, sorry we won't get to meet at the Grand Canyon, Christine. My plan now, trying to find a home base, and then after that, I don't know. Once I get that situated, I definitely want to do some more traveling. Um, but yeah, that's just kind of my main goal right now is getting a home base set up. I have never been a bellman, Brian. It's just too much interaction with like the guest. Yeah, I just they make good money, but I just was like I ain't trying to talk to people that much. I to Bozu, thank you, Super Chat Squad, thank you. Says Tim, long time no see. How have you been? I've been good, blessed, wonderful. Living the dream. How about you? I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for the support, Super Chat Squad. Thank you. Yeah, I've been good. Montana, probably not Montana next. No, I just been there. I think I'm gonna let some time pass before I go to Montana. I mean, I'll go visit. I'm definitely gonna go visit. Friend of mine's about to have a baby, so I'm definitely gonna go sometime soon after she has a baby and go see that. Like that's life type shit stuff. Um, but I don't know if I'll be back in Montana like staying or working anytime soon. Probably yeah, probably not. Tasha, I was just in Florida in December. I probably won't ever live there again anytime soon. But yeah, I was just down in Florida December. Yeah. Yeah, I was down there for Christmas, so December. Pervane, I've done retail before, yeah. In my younger days. I've done retail before. Rose, I intend to be nomadic and a traveler my whole life. My home base is not gonna like if I the home base I get now, I'll probably get an apartment for like a year and then I'll be moving on again. It's definitely not a I'm gonna get a home base and stay there. Like, nah, I'm it's just somewhere that for now, I can just be because, when you're constantly on the road, that's something you miss. So, and there's some internet things I want to do that'll be a lot easier. You know what I mean? So, but I'm still gonna be traveling, still gonna be a nomad. Like that won't hopefully won't change until like the day they put me on that slab and tag the old toe, tag my big toe. You know what I mean? I've never been to the Garden of the Gods, Joseph. No. Suppose you only been a houseman for 4 months. You ready to to move to the front door? Hey, do it, do it. Damon checking in from Pensacola. Glad you like the chat. Yes. Do I find a lot of people smoking weed a lot more where I visit? I can't really say. I mean, more than what? Um, you know, I used to hang around some pretty hardcore pot smokers. So you know what I mean? It's subjective. I don't see people smoking weed more than what I'm used to seeing people smoke weed. No, but yeah, I mean, I used to hang around a bunch of drinkers and partiers and smokers. So Denver's cool. Denver's cool. The weather's nice. It snowed yesterday, but it was a beautiful day today. Yeah, Kyle. I never was a big smoker, but like, my friends always had it, so I would smoke from time to time. It never was. If I was drinking and they had it, I might smoke, but I never was a big smoker. Nah, nah. No, Iran. I don't think I would work a seasonal job in the Caribbean. Just I don't know. Seems like too much of a hassle. Frankie said, "Is it hard to get a piece when you're living a nomad lifestyle?" No, because there's lots of women who live nomad lifestyles. You know what I mean? Like it's honestly, I feel like it's probably on some levels easier than when I was living a regular life. No, I didn't. I haven't eaten dinner yet. We'll talk for a little bit longer. How do you grow to have a stronger mindset, not let life get to you? Um, it does take work, and I know for me, a lot of meditation helps. My walks in nature help. I listen to lots of audiobooks. Like I literally hours daily listen Alan Watts, Sid Guru, Osho, other people. And I think a lot of it is where your focus is too. I don't watch the news. I don't get wrapped up in everything that's going on in the world. If there's something I'm curious about, I might take an hour, look it up, then I'm done. And I just focus a lot of Wayne Dyer, Dr. Wayne Dyer, listen to a lot of his content. I just focus on that type of stuff. I focus on mindset, building stuff. And where you put your attention is where you go. I think for a lot of people, they're way more focused on what's going on in the world and the news and what's everybody worried about. And you focus on that, you get tied up in it. Um, I try to have my focus on a lot more spiritual level, and this earthly stuff. I'm not too worried about. This is just a phase. This life is just one of many. You know, if not this life, the next one. Like that's what I tell myself a lot. So, but yeah, I think it's where you focus your attention, and I do pride myself on doing a lot of self work. Vermont, okay. I mean, I've been looking into the Northeast, or one. I at least want to definitely visit there. I don't know about moving there, but I definitely would want to visit there. Colorado Rocky, I don't get involved in politics, so I'm nothing. Yeah, I don't do politics. I haven't seen the Batman movie yet, David. I'll probably watch it when it streams. I've never done a seasonal job on a cruise ship or a yacht V, but I know people who have, and they made good money, so they loved it. But I ain't trying to be confined like that on a boat. I would love to hike the AT, Tasha. It's just a matter of finding someone I trust to do it with. So it would because I ain't trying to do it alone. So I would have to wait till one of my really good friends wanted to do it. So yeah, but I'd love to do it. That Gino said I never smoked weed till recently. It made me think about dinosaurs, and I watched the Weather Channel for like 6 hours, thinking it was a Netflix show. Wow, that was that good. Raphael, good to see you. Ho boss, I do some of the things I listen to do like touch on like Buddhism. And once again, I'm not big on set philosophies or like set religions. So like I'll listen to people talk about so many different things, and I just pull from you know from all of it and set my own like philosophy. But Alan Watts talks a lot about Buddhism and Zen, things like that. So yeah, I have heard a lot about it. But honestly, like when he talks about the Buddhist stuff, is more for you kind of entertaining. Listen to it, and there's some things I'm like, ooh, that kind of makes sense. But I would never say I was a Buddhist. You know what I mean? But I'm curious. I listen to people talk about certain religions and certain philosophies. Ooh, through hike with you said definitely hike the AT. It was awakening for me. That's what starts your nomadic life. Nice, nice. I want to. I want to. James Chessman. Yes. Many times when I bring up Osho, people say similar things to what you said. So I've done my research and I'm fine listening to him. So I appreciate you, trying to warn me, but I've done my research. I'm fine listening to him. He's still, a teacher in my life. So once again, life's a game. Can't nobody else tell you how to play it. So like, I respect if someone's like, "Hey, I'm not rocking with that Osho guy." Cool. But I rock with him heavy. Just show you don't want to be reincarnated. You don't want to do this again. You might not come back as a human. You might come back as a boar. The new Jordan Peele movie. Am I gonna watch that? Probably not. Rose, I do not personally believe in heaven and hell. I definitely don't believe in hell. I think there's a possibility there could be a heaven, maybe, maybe. I definitely don't believe in hell. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The God I commune with would not have a burning hell. The other people's God might have one. Cool. The God I commune with, who created me, would not have a burning hell. So I totally, unequivocally, do not believe in hell. Could there be a heaven? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I have no fear of dying, going to hell. The dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just sorry if you believe it. Not to step on any toes, but that makes no sense to me. Um, you want me to believe God is love, but that if you don't follow his rules to the letter, he'll burn you for eternity. Stop. What are we doing? This is what I'm talking about. You can't just tell me stuff. You can't just tell me stuff and be like, well, it's in the book, so you got to believe it. You know, stop. I'm a grown man. Even when I was a kid, no, stop. You no. So no, I ain't. Um, yeah, definitely don't believe in hell. Any advice on funding and taking a nomad life abroad like Europe? Um, I would definitely say like savings, and then if you could get some type of remote work, uh, something like that maybe that you could do anywhere in the world, or become a content creator. Best job going. Praveen, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Praveen coming through. Been a subscriber for 4 months and enjoy your live. Thank you, Praveen. I appreciate the love, the support. Super Chat Squad. Let's go. Thank you, Praveen. Marshall family. I'm preparing for my future financially. Just trying to set up some passive income streams. And part of the reason I want a home base is so that I can kind of double down on that for a few years. Um, some things are just easier to do when you have a set place to do them from. I think I'll live off grid? I wouldn't mind having some land, but I don't know if I'd off grid it. It'd probably be on the grid. But I wouldn't mind getting some land and maybe, like I said, putting a little Home Depot shed on it and setting it up, to where I could kind of live in. It's something like that. But I don't think I'd go totally off grid, no. Yeah, James, I don't judge. I try not to judge people. And I've looked into Osho's life. I think it is completely possible for you to have, as you said, a problematic life, but also be used to dispense wisdom to millions of people. We as humans, I think, a lot of times have this ideal that, like, if someone says certain things, they need to be living a certain way. And I'm just like, if the man's speaking truth, he's speaking truth. You know, there's a line in a Hank Williams song, and he's like Hank Williams Jr. and Waylon Jennings song, and they're talking about Hank Williams Sr. And he's like, we won't talk about the habits, just the music and the man. And I always like that, because it's like sometimes we get so wrapped up in someone's life that we lose sight of the message, or we lose sight of the music, or we lose sight of the art. So I'm like, no matter what Osho's life might have been going through, if he's speaking truth, I'm here for the truth. I'm not here for the other stuff. I don't care. I'm here for the truth. It's, you know what I mean? It don't bother me. Like, I don't care. There's a short list of things that if somebody's doing, maybe I'm like, nah, I can't rock with him. I didn't see none of that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not an issue with me. Giselle, I don't think we as humans could ever fully comprehend the point of existence. You know what I mean? The creator understands why it creates. The created, how would you know what I mean? A computer doesn't understand, will never be able to understand why it was created. You know what I mean? The things we as humans create will never be able to understand fully why we created them. The created doesn't understand why it's, only the creator can fully know. So that's why I'm like, I'm with you. I don't even try to figure it out. I just enjoy it. Did I ever think of doing a Shopify store? I don't know if that's my, I used to sell on eBay, stuff like that, but I don't know if I want to do a Shopify store or not. Not really into digital marketing either. Yeah, I'm with you, Michelle. I feel like this is my niche. Like, this is it. I'm not big on selling stuff anymore. Like, I do like I used to buy comic books and resell them, something like that. I would do. Like, I like collectibles. But other stuff I'm not really big on selling. I don't know. Yeah. Robbie, my Myrtle Beach trip was awesome. It was awesome. I'm probably gonna go back this winter. Tiffy Pooh, what's up? Exactly. You can't understand what you are when you're part of it. Exactly, J Baby 07. Like we're too in the mix. The next level up gets it. It's like, oh yeah, humans are here because of so and so. It's obvious to them because they can see big picture. We're down here, we can't see it. Yeah, it's always funny to me when people are like, oh, it's a computer program, it's a simulation. That doesn't change anything. That's why when a lot of times people think you think we're in a simulation. I'm like, if we are, it doesn't change anything. I still have the same thoughts, emotions. It doesn't change anything. It's all a game anyway. But like whether it's a flesh and blood game or a computer simulation, it's the same. Like it doesn't change anything. I think it's niche and niche, depending on what part of the country he was raised in. Yeah, I think it's niche and it's niche. A live event? Y'all know me. I'm an introvert. James, I feel like we've moved past the Osho talk, sir. Like it's not that deep with me. I appreciate you, trying. It's not that deep with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm good. You know, people do the same with Alan Watts. He was a drunk. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, don't bother me. You know what I mean? I'm good. Headed to your friend's house, Angela. Okay. Good to see you too. Have a great weekend. Take care. Take care. Thank you for always coming through. Always coming through, showing love. I'm probably about to wrap it up in a few minutes too. I was trying to get to 3 hours and 30 minutes, and so we got about 30 minutes so left. Probably gonna wrap it up. Yeah, just yeah. I know you. You enjoying your life. Enjoy. I mean, at the end of the day, as much as like even I enjoy philosophy and the deep questions, I know even that doesn't mean anything. So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my life. It's like a fun pastime. But I know I will never totally understand existence. Um, I'm always gonna think it's a game, not serious. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's just enjoying your life. And if you can get to a space where you can just live in that, I'm just here to experience this and enjoy life. It's life gets so much easier. But I think a lot of people just never kind of get there. It's super serious and they stay super stressed and super worried, and then when it's time to leave, they're super stressed and super worried. I'm just trying to laugh, eat oatmeal cookies. Lee Smith checking in. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to jump off. Thank y'all so much for spending your Friday evening with me. This is a good long one. Hadn't done a 3+ hour one in a while, so that was good. Or did we do one the other day? I haven't done an evening one in a while. So I appreciate so much everybody coming through. Thank y'all. I love each and every one of y'all. I'm going to get off here and say prayers for all the people I said I was going to say prayers for real quick. And then I'm going to eat my baby back ribs and some more oatmeal cookies. So thank y'all so much. Big shout out to the Super Chat squad, the lurkers, the thumbs uppers, the thumbs downers. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.